From the UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena in downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it's the Major Arena Soccer League. Today, the Milwaukee Wave taking on the Kansas City Comets. And a pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Wherever you may be tuning in, Tom Wynn, along with the Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer, will bring you all the play-by-play action from today's game. Art, it's the postseason. If it's the postseason in indoor soccer, it's the Wave against the Comets. 7th consecutive season that these two teams have met in the postseason. Game 1 took place in Kansas City the other night. The Comets rallying for 4 unanswered goals in the fourth period to defeat the Wave 7-6. So they lead this best-of-3 series 1-0. If the Wave comes back to win Game 2, we would have a third-game mini-game to decide the series. Your thoughts and observations after looking at Game 1?
Well, it was one game, and unfortunately for the Wave, up 6-3 at the end of 3 quarters, couldn't hold on in the fourth, and it was momentum. Once Kansas City got the momentum in the fourth quarter, they took advantage of the momentum, scored 4 goals, and so but here we are. It's a new day, and we know this short series, you get one game at home, one game away. Now it's the Wave's turn in their building where they've been very, very good this year. So you're going to have to come out, be focused on this first game, hopefully push it to a mini game, and then go from there.
If there is optimism for the Wave, I would think, Art, the results of the regular season series, Wave defeated the Comets 2-1, and the fact that you look back at last year's postseason, and Kansas City was really a no-stress 2-game sweep, beating the Wave by 5 and 6 goals. So if the psychological fallout isn't too bad for the Wave, I would think they're a lot more confident this year playing against this Comets team.
Well, some of the guys have been there before against this team, right? Guys like Marcio Leite, Tenzin Rampa, Ian Bennett, Max Ferdinand. Then you got some new players who haven't been in this situation. I thought that was kind of telling the other night when it got a little bit, some adversity was there. We saw how guys responded. So, but once again, you're at home, and where this team has played very, very well, and it's got to just come out and execute. You can't be focused on the end result. You got to take the steps to get there. And I'm confident the Wave's going to play a good game. They played well the other night in Kansas City. There's no reason why they're not going to come out and play well here today.
Ian Bennett, the Wave's leading scorer during the regular season, was the Wave's top offensive performer the other night as he had 3 goals and an assist. Max held to just 1 assist, but as we've seen those two combine here at the UWMP Arena, they can be very difficult to stop. And Kansas City, once again, without one of their top guns, Leo Gibson.
Yeah, Leo Gibson, that's a big loss, suffering from concussion symptoms, and so they don't have him. He's been one of the best forwards in the league for many, many years. But this team on the other side, they just have no quit in them, and we saw it the other night. They're going to come for 60 minutes. If Giuliano Oliviero, and the boys are going to get it done, they're going to have to play a concentrated effort, and they're going to have to execute well for 60 minutes.
2 of the best young goalkeepers in the league opposing each other in this game. It'll be rookie Josh Lemos for the Milwaukee Wave against Stephen Patterson for the Kansas City Comets. Stay with us, fans. It should be a good one coming up. This is Wave Soccer.
Pre-game scratch report presented by Midwest Orthopedic Specialty Hospital.
From the UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena, as we get ready for today's game between the Milwaukee Wave and the Kansas City Comets, let's pause now for the playing of our national anthem.
Please remain standing, Wave fans, as Madison recording artist Sam Lyons performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we
Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Lyons, Madison recording artist and our next.
And so we are just about set to go here with game 2 of this first round MASL playoff series between the Milwaukee Wave and the Kansas City Comets, the Central Division playoffs, if you will.
That was unique. Sam Lyons, huh? The national anthem. I haven't heard it that way. With
That was,
little
yeah, little
guitar.
kind of folk country rendition.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, did a nice job. So the Comets 7-6 winners in the opener as they rallied from a 6-3 fourth quarter deficit to defeat the Wave. Vahid Asadpour with the game-winning goal about 4 minutes to go in that one. And then Casey able to hold off the 6th attack of the Wave to claim game 1. Milwaukee hoping to draw even here in game 2. Positive sign for Wave fans, Art. Wave at home for game 2s in their postseason history, 16-3. So, gotta like the odds of the Wave to win game 2 and then force game 3, which would be a 15-minute minigame. Interesting that Wave has made a change in the lineup. Eder Nelson, who played game 1, don't believe he's listed on the sheet for tonight. And instead, Hans Dennison, who just celebrated his 33rd birthday and who was a postseason hero for the Wave last year, gets his spot in the lineup today.
Hans a little more experienced than Eder. And both guys during the regular season, towards the end of the regular season, were playing very, very well. So I know it had to have been a tough decision for Giuliano, but has got the nice option of being able to bring Hans back today, rested and ready to go.
And of course, if there is a mini game, that is considered obviously a completely separate game. You could then change players in the lineup, so Eder could readily be available. One man, though, who is not going to be available is Leo Gibson for Kansas City, no matter what.
Well, let's hold off on that because we don't know. Is Leo Gibson with the team? Is he being saved for game number 3? I haven't heard whether he traveled with the team, but that's, as you said, it's a new game, and so we'll have to see. If the Wave can get through game 2, we'll see who Kansas City and Milwaukee, for that matter, bring out for game number 3. Let's hope it gets there.
I thought Gibson was still in concussion protocol, but perhaps, who knows? He could have been cleared. I know one thing for sure, he's not just resting if he would be physically able to play. He'd have to be in the NBA to do that.
Okay. Thankfully, Steve Kerr is not on either bench here.
Steve Kerr or Greg Popovich, huh? We'd have the top 8 guys from both teams resting here in game 2.
Tom, you know, we talked about the 7th straight year in the playoffs. These games and these series come down to the wire in almost every one of them.
16th postseason meeting between these clubs. As Art mentioned, the 7th consecutive season they have met in the postseason. In fact, for Kansas City, it has been their opening playoff series in each of 7 consecutive seasons. For the Wave, it was for their first 4. Then the last 2 years, they played Chicago in the first round while Kansas City had a bye. Oh, nice move there, top of the box, and a nice play. Tenzin Rampa sliding out to knock it away. I think that might have been Pino who was making the move to the top of the area. Ramon Palmer had it poked away. It comes out high, and a drive by Sosa. Knocked down. Rebound. Robert Palmer trying to see if he could put into the net. Could not do so. That's Ramon Palmer, number 5. Robert is number 12.
That shot by Sosa was headed to the far post, and it was actually number 7, Asadpour, his teammate in front, who blocked that shot. But Kansas City, the first minute, come out with really good energy and had the Wave pinned in their zone.
Lemos, the rookie goalkeeper, who has been tremendous for the Wave so far this year. Josh, during the regular season, record of 11-2. 4.83 goals against average, which was 4th best in the league, and a 71.8 save percentage, which was also 4th best, being opposed by Steven Patterson. 3rd-year player, but first as a starter after seeing very little action the last couple of years, and the former Western Illinois Leatherneck also having an outstanding campaign. In fact, 2nd in the leagues with wins with 15. He went 15-4 with a 4.56 goals against average, 3rd best in the league, and a 70.4 save percentage, which was 5th best in the league. And Patterson, here he comes. He is not afraid to bring it up. He scored 2 goals with his feet this year, and he fires a rocket that Lemos has to make a good save on. Corner kick, Kansas City.
I think it's going to be important that the Wave force Patterson into some turnovers when he's in possession of the ball. Try to shake his confidence a little bit coming forward.
Well, they were able to create a couple of turnovers the other night. And as you said, Art, I agree. I think that could be a key part of the game. Take away KC, in they come, and shot and a goal. I think that's Ramon Palmer. And just like that, the Comets taking advantage of a steal at midfield. They come in and score 1-0 Kansas City.
Well, it was a bad giveaway that time by Ricardinho. He had Stuart Grable open on the right side, took too long, and then gave the ball away, led to a 3-on-2 counterattack. You see right there, Palmer converts early for Kansas City. I was going to say, just before that goal, Tom, I think it's important that the Wave play from in front today, psychologically, especially having given up that lead the other day. The last thing you want to do is fall behind early against this Kansas City attack.
So Ramon Palmer, no relation to Robert Palmer, even though they're both from Kinston, Jamaica, and even though they both play ball at Park University in Kansas City. Ramon Palmer gets the goal, and it was either Perez or Pino on the assist. Couldn't quite make out who that was. But at any rate, 1-0 for KC. Comets going right to left in the white uniforms. That's Perez right there dribbling across as he lays it back to McTingu before going out for a change. Now Vahid Asapor, the veteran team captain of the Kansas City Comets. Asapor, an original member of the Comets since 2010, as they've had several players on this team still hanging around since that first season. Shot is up in the stands, and goalkeeper distribution for Josh Lemos and the Wave. This is one of 2 games in the MASL playoffs going on today. A little bit later on, the San Diego Sockers, division winners in the Pacific Division, will be hosting the Ontario Fury. Now Milwaukee with a break. Max Ferdinand coming in, trying to get it across to Ian Bennett on his left, but a nice defensive play by Johnny Sosa to break it up for KC. And now Ruggles going to be called for a foul as he put down Stefan Stokic. Ryan Sigic, along with Rich Grady, 2 of the best officials in the league working today's match.
Not only 2 of the best, 2 of the most experienced referees. Ryan Sigic, the head of the referees in the MASL, and we know Rich Grady, a veteran of many of these playoff wars.
Yeah, these are definitely 2 guys who aren't going to let things get out of control, that's for sure. But the one thing about the Wave and the Comets is they police themselves pretty well for the most part this season in the 4 previous games played. There's Daniel Chamali, the rookie defender, plays it over to the second-year man, Drew Ruggles, off for Josh Lemos. Nice look across for Chamali. Nice reception there by Daniel. Sporting that electric hairdo and beard as he's featured throughout the season. Canadian native. Daniel Matos, number 14. Daniel getting set to celebrate his 31st birthday in another week or so. First year with Matos in Milwaukee after 2 previous years in Detroit. Ruggles looking in, trying to see if he can find Max Ferdinand off the wall. And eventually the Comets able to clear.
Looked like Sinclair may have gotten away with a handball there, albeit unintentional. Very close in his own box.
O'Dane Sinclair, number 11, the 4th-year veteran out of Baker University in Kansas. Began his career with the St. Louis Ambush. In fact, was Rookie of the Year in St. Louis back in 13-14. And he's been a good acquisition here for the Comets. Wade still working it. Matos with it. Daniel, the Brazilian native who played his college ball at Penn State and West Florida. Teeing up the left footer, it deflects away, and eventually crawls up into the stands. Wade will quickly put it in. Chamali, he's got some space. but will hold it up now as they work it around the top. There's Chad Vandegrift.
Much better here for the Wave the last minute and a half. Good possession after a energized start for Kansas City. This was a highly needed shift by the Wave.
Now Lemos working his way just beyond midfield, getting some pressure, and fouled at midfield as O'Dane Sinclair taking a run at him. And O'Dane will pick up the personal foul. Remember, in the MASL, you get 3 fouls in each half. On your 4th, your team gives up a 2-minute power play. Maybe not the wisest use of a foul there by O'Dane Sinclair, but anyway, here comes Marcio Leite. Marcio sends it in. Kick save by Patterson. With Ian Bennett right there at the doorstep. Now, Chamali steps up, takes it away, lays it off to Bennett. KC was trying to get back after a change, and they do so as Sosa takes it away. Patterson chips to midfield. Chamali hustling to get it as he got his feet knocked out from under him. Renault trying to hold off the defender to the near board, and now Chamali will get it back. But a good step up there by Brian Harris. Harris, the veteran defender out of UMKC, showing some good wheels. Comes in and rips a shot right off the frame. Brian Harris showing he's still got some pretty good straight line speed, and he just missed off the far post.
Well, not only does Brian Harris have some good straight line speed, that guy's got a heart of a lion, man, and you better be prepared to play and be prepared to defend against number 25 coming out of the back, Brian Harris.
Nice guy off the field, but when he is on the field, it is all business for Brian Harris. Lemos trying to go for Renault, and over the shoulder, Robert almost able to redirect that one. Vandegrift with it, he'll play it back for Lemos. So Josh Lemos having a very active game here early. Finds Andre Hain at midfield. And was trying to flick on that time for Vandegrift, but couldn't make the connection. Now back on the other side. Stuart Grable, second-year man out of Neenah, Wisconsin. He did with GB, sporting the blue shoes. Was able to poke that one away. Kansas City gets it back. Good pace here in the opening first half of the first period. A lot of times these playoff games, they will be a little bit more conservative to start, but not today.
Well, we know Kansas City relies on their transition, and the Waves just got to be aware when they lose possession, they got to get back and be committed to getting back very quickly.
Asadpour will play it back to Robert Palmer. It was Ramon Palmer, no relation, who scored the opening goal of the game at 2:18 to put KC up 1-0. Oh, what a play there. Centered in the middle, and Ramon Palmer again converts 2-0 Kansas City. And Ramon Palmer has been the man of the match so far.
Palmer just got a half a step on Wave captain Tenzin Rampa there in the Wave box and was able to convert. Looks like Giuliano Oliviero is going to take an early timeout here.
Series 1-0, out to a quick lead on a couple of goals by Robert Palmer at 2:18 and 7:58.
Doreen. Don't let Chad Beach interrupt. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. Chad Beach is mad. Get out of here, Chad Beach. We don't want you here. Get out of here.
No pizza for you, Chad. You can take your tickets now and get your free breakfast.
Hey, Ramon Palmer.
Thank you, Brad Beach.
With the
security, if security could escort Chad Beach out of the building, that would be great.
So Ramon Palmer gets the first 2 goals. Take a look at the last goal. Andre Hain with a leaping attempt to try to knock it away. Couldn't do it. And what a centering pass by Nacho Flores to set up Ramon Palmer.
Well, a poor decision by Hayne to try to win that ball out of the air. He could have gotten back and got goal side of his man and would have taken away that centering pass. In a very tight space in the Milwaukee box.
Palmer with his first 2 goals of the series. Perez had his second assist. And Nacho Flores coming up with his first assist. And really, it was Flores' goal, Art, that turned the tide the other night in the 4th quarter in Kansas City. We'll talk a little bit about that as we continue. Wave on the attack, going left to right. Milwaukee in the black uniforms on the black turf here from DWMP Arena. Wave had total control of that game seemingly early in the 4th quarter, and Flores was able to score on the long shot after the defender fell down to make it 6-4, and that turned the momentum, and Wave could never get it back.
Well, yeah, I mean, Kansas City was totally energized once that goal went in. They got another quick one to make it 6-5.
22 seconds later.
Unless you've played or coached in these type of situations, you might not understand how does a team just lose a 3-goal lead like that. But once that momentum starts to go, and it's really difficult, especially on the road, to get it back. So really no surprise watching
Milwaukee's
it.
home for premium Italian
Just a
power sport.
question of could the Wave get a goal to kind of stem that tide a little bit. So you look at the last goal that Kansas City just scored, Tom. The Wave's got to be very careful with taking risks and diving in. There's really no reason for Hayne to try to win that ball out of the air. It was a risk, and it led to a good opportunity, which Kansas City capitalized on.
Rampa keeps it alive at midfield as Ferdinand will dig it out now for Ian Bennett. Ian, the Waves leading scorer, 64 points.
Where's that noise, Wave fans? It's too quiet in here. Come on, Wave fans, get it loud!
The Vandergrift shot, kick, save Patterson. Patterson with another big save. Now Bennett trying to keep it alive, swept aside by Patterson. Shot was going off target, but a good job by Patterson to sweep it out of there so the Wave couldn't get a rebound. And now the Comets coming back. They've got numbers again. And the shot, Osipor knocked down, rebound follows Sinclair. And he puts it up in the stands. And
Patterson's best save of the game right there on Vandergrift after a nice setup by Max Ferdinand. And then back the other way, Vandergrift, number 3 right there with a big block of his own.
Corner kick for the Comets. As you saw, Robert Palmer quickly hustling on the field, number 12. Oh, and it comes to the middle. Perez with a great chance, but he put it off target. Wow, break there for the Wave. Now Ian trying to take that lead feed. Great job by Patterson to come out and knock it away. Rampa will start it up as Matos sends it up for Bennett. Trying to get to the corner, he's held up. Foul is called.
Well, both teams fortunate there, Tom. The Wave fortunate on the restart that Perez didn't bury a sitter from right in front, and then Patterson very fortunate that Bennett did not get it past him at midfield.
Renault, the French-Canadian rookie, got tied up on the play. Foul called on Johnny Sosa. Wave gets a free kick. Good free kick opportunity here. This would be big if Milwaukee could cash in.
Well, he needs to mark him off 5. Yeah, they're right there, 15 feet.
5 steps is how far the defensive wall must line up. And now Wave is going to take time. So Giuliano Oliviero using up another timeout. And but again, I can appreciate in this situation, Wave really could use the next, even though it's very early, and Giuliano does not want to let this situation pass.
Well, I said earlier that Giuliano took a timeout after that second goal. It may have been a media timeout. And so this would only be Coach Oliviero's first one that he's used here. But you're right, this is a key situation, and the Wave needs to get the next goal. They can't afford to fall behind by 3 goals to this high-powered Kansas City team.
Remember, Milwaukee needs to win this game to force a series-deciding Game 3 minigame, which would take place at the conclusion of this game.
And what you're seeing early on, Tom, is the two mindsets. Kansas City knows they're up 1-0. They've got one to play with. They've come out energized, relaxed. The Wave knowing that there's no margin for error. A little tight in the early going, and Kansas City has capitalized. That's why a goal right now would settle the Wave down and I think be a big boost psychologically.
Another team that's going to be playing under pressure in the MASL playoffs, the defending champion Baltimore Blast. They lose at home to Harrisburg 5-4. The Heat in the postseason for the first time in 17 years. Really with one of the most stunning victories in recent history of indoor soccer postseason. Game 2 was scheduled to take place Tuesday in Harrisburg, but it may be pushed back a day because of impending weather. And restart is blocked by Kansas City. So the Wave will bring it back. Comets working it out of their own end. Take away Bennett and the Wave. Now Marcio Leite. Marcio only coming back for the final 3 regular season games after missing the bulk of the season due to injury. Takeaway there as Ferdinand able to drop it back for Lemos. Here comes Daniel Matos. Lemos serves one downfield. Headed away as Grable kept the zone for Milwaukee, and eventually the ball deflects back into Patterson.
Is that our spotter, Ronald Wynn, that just walked in, Tom? Let's get your son to work here.
Got to put him to work here at the press table.
Oh, no. Grable now heads it out of bounds. It's going to lead to a restart for Kansas City. Yeah, and I mean, the Wave on the last restart they had, not much disguise to that restart. And Kansas City actually got away with an encroachment as they jumped that play as well.
Sosa on the ball. He lays it off far side. Shot just wide. Sosa follow that one wide. Comets getting a lot of quality chances here in the first period. And that one goes out of bounds. Milwaukee will play it in. Still 2:39 left to go, first period. And the Wave trailing by 2. And Comets have been putting the pressure on to extend the lead.
Kansas City's inability to put some shots on frame has kept this from getting ugly early.
There's Ricardinho Sobrera. We used to call him Ricardo, but he says no, Ricardinho. Nice little touch there as Grable looking up, finds Hain. Andre, double team. Bangs it out of the corner, and it's volleyed up in the air as Chamali keeps it alive. Hain coming to the corner. Plays it across Renault. Robert trying to get inboard. Looking to center for Andre on the play, but the Comets able to break it up. Ossetpour playing it upfield. And on the run that time was O'Dane Sinclair, broken up nicely. Chamali with a nice play there.
And a good no call that time by the referee crew of Grady and Sigich.
Lemos trying to look in for Robert Renault. But again, the Comets able to look up now, taking away Vandergriff. Dennison off the inboard, redirected in front, coming in. Oh, Vandergriff could not convert. Leite follow-up mark. Oh, Chad was coming right in. Had a great chance, but could not get it on frame.
Patterson did a real nice job. Watch Patterson come off his line here, Tom, right here to make himself big. Actually, it looked like Vandergriff had the near post, and then you're correct. He just mishit that one.
Well, unlucky there, but again, Kansas City has had a couple of unlucky finishes as well, so not going to say that's the difference in the game right here. Lete will take the little touch from Chamale. Marcio teeing it up! Shot a goal! A Bombosa from Lete. 2-1, Kansas City.
When Marcio Liete came back at the end of the season, this is what you hoped for. There's no one in the league that can stop this guy from going to his right. They all know he's going right, but he's still got such a quick first step. Watch this first step right there, and then hammers one. Patterson flying through the air, but was unable to get there. What a strike by number 77, Marcio Lete. Look at that ball, Tom, curving right to left, perfectly placed. Just what the doctor ordered for the Milwaukee Wave to get themselves back into this one.
Chamale gets the assist. All right, after the kickoff, Wave coming back as Ruggles has it, finds Ferdinand. Well, Lete was a hero for the Wave back in the 2012 postseason. Ruggles centering shot to goal! Ian Bennett! Off the beautiful dish. Great teamwork there, and the Wave has tied it at 2 apiece.
And here we go. It's been all about momentum in this series so far. What can you do when you have it? And right now, the Wave right back in this one at 2, seizing the momentum. And the challenge now for Kansas City is, can they stop this momentum here and now? This is just a great, great series to watch.
Again, Max Ferdinand on the second assist if they had one. Great ball to Ruggles, who found Ian.
We've seen Ruggles time and time again this year, Tom, with a one-touch passing that's been unbelievable quality. What an improvement in his game this year.
Second-year man out of Georgia Southern. And just like that, 2 goals by the Wave in a 16-second span, and they've tied it up at 2 apiece. And the crowd is definitely back into it.
And if you're the Wave, can you put Steven Patterson in a position to dispossess him and get him rattled a little bit?
As you see, Patterson certainly not shy about coming out toward midfield. Now takeaway here, here's Renault trying to get past Harris. Now Patterson banging one off of Renault, and looks like the Comets are going to clear. And as Matingu comes out near his bench, that will do it for the first period. Boy, I'll tell you, the tone of this game changed dramatically in the last minute of the first period. Goals by Lete and Bennett have tied it up for the Wave. There's Josh Lemos, the Wave keeper, trying to keep Kansas City at bay. Stay with us, fans. Should be a lot more fireworks to come today. At the end of 1, it's Milwaukee 2, Kansas City 2. This is Wave Soccer.
pros go for chiropractic care, massage therapy, and exercise rehabilitation. Goodyear Chiropractic Health Center, the official chiropractor and massage therapist for the Milwaukee Wave.
What others see is not a reflection of who I really am.
Pain from everyday wear and tear? That's not gonna stop me.
That younger me, she's still in there.
With uncompromising orthopedic expertise, we make sure the state of your body matches your state of mind.
Checking out some of the highlights from the first period, there was Ramon Palmer scoring for the Kansas City Comets, and the Comets had some other quality chances, as you're going to see Palmer score again off this feed from Nacho Flores. But fortunately, KC was off target on a couple of those, Art, and the Wave was able to come back with a couple of late goals from Leite and Bennett to tie it up getting into the second period.
It's like two champion prize fighters in a 4-round fight, and early on you were going, okay, is Kansas City going to deliver the knockout blow? And then here comes the other fighter right back to deliver some blows at the end of the round.
Good analogy. Ferdinand plays one in off the board, and Comets are able to clear. Again, the Waves' IBM scoring processor, Ian Bennett, their leading scorer, IB with 64 points during the regular season, second in the league only to Sonora's Frank Teau with 72. And then Max Ferdinand, who pumped in 48 points, including a leading 30 assists during the regular season. Max number 6 in the league scoring race.
I got to think, Tom, even if you're not a fan of either one of these teams, if you're watching at home, you've got to be enjoying the action that these two teams provide when they play.
Absolutely. Nobody sitting on the ball in this series, for sure. Johnny Sosa takes the foul there. That is his second for the veteran out of UMKC, which has provided 4 Comets on the current team. As no doubt there as he grabbed a hold of Max and pulled him down.
Well, Sosa fortunate not to receive a blue card. Anytime you grab a handful of that jersey, you run that risk.
Out of the corner, Matos trying to center, comes out, Jamali shot to goal! I'm not sure that was the first option, but he certainly finished it well. 3-2 Milwaukee.
That ball by Matos was intended for Max Ferdinand in the box, and Max, I don't think it was a dummy, but it did go through to Chamali, and Chamali with a side footer to the back post. Watch once again, Ferdinand just whiffed on it, but then Chamali finishes it off. You saw Kansas City, 2 defenders there. Number 12, Robert Palmer, turning his back, and I believe it may have been Sosa that got tangled up with Patterson at the back post.
That was the most realistic step over you were going to see. Like you said, the reason it was so
if that
realistic.
was intended, that was one heck of a dummy.
Well, Max is a magician, there's no question about it. But even that looked like he was trying to get a piece of it, he just didn't. But Chamali, nice finish. Did not waste that opportunity. And Daniel puts the Wave up 3-2, Milwaukee's first lead of the game.
And the Wave continue with the momentum, 3 straight here.
It's actually Chamali's second point of the series. He had an assist in the opener. And Daniel Matos picking up his first point of the series with the assist. Hain trying to get through. Andre's turning shot off the mark, but foul was called. They let the advantage play on. Good officiating by Ryan Sigich, and the Wave is going to get a good free kick opportunity here. So a good chance here for the Wave as Leite is on the ball. And blocked out by the Comets, and now Sinclair steps up. Hain tried to get a piece of it. And that ball flying high up into the stands. Lucas Rodriguez, and he might be down after the follow through by Hain, sliding out to try to knock it away. Lucas Rodriguez, the veteran out of Mid-American Nazarene University, who had the hat trick against the Wave opening night of the series. And good challenge by Andre, but he did get a bit of Rodriguez there. And
I think it was when Lucas landed, he landed on that back. It wasn't so much that Andre got him in that area, but you know, you're going to challenge big number 99, Andre Hain. You better be careful of how and when you challenge.
And Andre always hustling out there, both sides of the field. We hope Lucas is okay. He looks okay. He's a fine player and competitor. And
Andre Hain, number 99, he started slowly, Tom, the first 6-7 games, and he had an injury. Came into the season with an injury, and now that he's healthy, he's showing you what type of force he can be up front for the Wave.
Ruggles over to Lemos as Josh plays it ahead. Tenzin Rampa gets it back. Now looking for Bennett. Ian trying to turn his defender, got it back on the left foot. Good job by Matingo to stay with him as he'll back it up for Ferdinand. Max now working against Sinclair.
Lemos is a rookie, correct, Tom? I don't know how anybody else, any other rookie can be better than this guy in this league.
He's been tremendous. I'd say, Art, he's put together one of the best rookie goalkeeping seasons we've seen.
He gives you the air of a 10-year veteran with his confidence on the ball.
He's had one of the best rookie seasons since Tony Pierce was a rookie in this league. And Tony, of course, one of the original Wave goalkeepers. And congrats to Tony as well as yourself on the induction into the State Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I got to spend some time with Tony the Tiger last night. My speech is about 2 minutes, and his was about, as usual, about 15 minutes. Get Tony telling stories, man. That guy doesn't stop. No, it's good to see Tony. His father came into town, his sister. Hadn't seen them for quite some time. Well deserved, though. Great goalkeeper.
Yeah, Tony originally from the extended St. Louis area, correct? Granite City?
Yeah, Granite City, Illinois, yep.
That one out of bounds, and now let's see, is the Wave going to get a top of the arc restart?
It's got to be. That ball was headed out of bounds from inside the zone. That's got to come top of the arc.
Again, if the defense clears it out and it does not hit turf, glass, or boards on the way to the stands, it should be
once
a top
again
of the arc.
where this is headed from.
That's Brian Harris knocking it initially up in the air, and now
Stokic clearly inside his zone. And that one was missed by Rich Grady.
Well, they're going to say that he was just outside the line, so that's why it doesn't go top of the arc. Ferdinand spinning. Bennett, top of the area. Oh, but couldn't turn effectively that time. Boy, great
his
look by
first
Max.
touch, Ian's first touch let him down that time. Plenty of space.
A great ball by Max. Wave has scored the last 3 in this game. Goals from Leite, Bennett, and Chamale to take a 3-2 lead after Ramon Palmer scored the first 2 for Kansas City. Good step up there by Grable to keep the zone. Bennett trying to find Ruggles, top of the area. Broken up now, Leite has it. Here's Marcio. He'll launch the left footer up into the stands. But good read by Marcio, stepping up to make the play, and not a bad left-footed attempt there.
Marcio with a very positive first 19 minutes of this game. Scored the great goal, and he's playing very aggressively in the attack.
Wave again trying to keep some upfield pressure on the Comets. Rodriguez lays it off. Perez back for Patterson. Again, Patterson, no hesitation about playing the ball forward if he has to.
No, but right there, I thought Matos had a chance to get after him there. Really decision-making, whether to pressure that goalie, comes through how much space is between you and the goalkeeper. And that time, it was limited space that Patterson had.
There's Ramon Palmer trying to work against Vandegrift. Chad checks him off the play. Foul is called.
Nice move that time by Palmer to slip it through Vandegrift's legs.
You get a look at Chad, number 3, the St. Louis native. 4th year in the league, first with the Wave. His previous 3 also with the Ambush. So he and O'Dane Sinclair from the Comets were teammates for 3 years of the Ambush. Whoa! What a try there by Matingu as he stuck up the leg on the free kick and almost redirected it in.
I think that ball by Perez was intended for Matingu's head.
And Lemos has to go down and kick one away in front of the goal. Now Renault, triple teamed as he plays it up ahead. It comes to Hain. Andre trying to come in 2-on-2, and he's dispossessed on the play. Good play there by Asadpour.
Hain had Vandegrift. Had he passed it first time with the left foot, Vandegrift was open at the back post.
I said Asadpour. That was actually Lucas Rodriguez who took it away from Andre that time. Again, game has presented itself with lots of offensive opportunities here so far. 8:55 to go first half. Game 2 of this best-of-3 first-round playoff series. KC leading 1-0. Patterson off the frame. We told you he scored 2 with his feet during the regular season. And in the first period, he had come forward and had a pretty good crack from the same distance that Lemos had to turn aside. That time off the frame. A much better looking shot than Robert Palmer just unloaded there. Boy, I don't know if we get a replay on that Patterson shot, Art, but that was another laser that looked like it might dip down beneath the frame and somehow hit and came out.
Yeah, hit the underside of the crossbar. But I've been saying it since the get-go. I think it's important that you turn him over a couple times to try to make him think twice about being so confident coming forward.
Now Lemos. Josh has yet to take a shot on goal today, which not all that unusual for him. But again, he's not afraid to handle the ball with his feet, coming beyond midfield. Chamale steps up, knocks it away. Now here comes Ricardinho. He's 2-on-1 with Bennett. Coming in, shot off the frame, rebound, Bennett hits the frame. And eventually Patterson able to clear. Unlucky there for the Wave. Chamale is taken down. Foul going to be called on Ramon Palmer. And the up and down action continues. Here's Marcio. His goal late in the first period got the Wave on the board and really turned the momentum at this point of the game. Wave had been trailing 2-0, and then Marcio with a bomb from about 55 feet out. That got the Wave on the board and got Milwaukee rolling. Harris coming out of the back, gets around Chamale. Brian Harris coming in with a drive. Save Lemos. Stokic will keep it alive for KC. Now to the corner, Harris. Chamale battling along with Ruggles as Harris sends it back across near side. Stokic along with Bennett. And now Ian comes out of there, trying to push it up with Renault. Gets it over to Robert, coming in far side. Hammers a shot, save! Patterson stuck out the right arm at the last moment. Great counterattack by the Wave, and now here comes KC. Matingu, the big Frenchman, moving it forward. Lays it across, and the shot taken by Flores, it blocked. Rebound follow, Ramon Palmer, turned away by Lemos. And now Ruggles trying to see if he could nudge it out of there. Chamale steps up, sent out of the corner, and Lemos has it. Up and down we go here from the UWMP Arena. Matos, nice cut back there as he's 3-on-3 with Leite and Ferdinand. Now Max has it. Max double step over. Takes a shot, but we got a delayed penalty coming as Matos was dragged down off the play. And we're going to have our first power play of today's second game.
This is so much fun, Tom. It really is. I just want to sit back, listen to your call. There really there's not a lot that needs to be said. If you're watching at home, the effort, the pace, the skill of both of these teams is so much fun to watch.
So it's going to be Nacho Flores as he goes to the box for holding. at 8:39. We will have our media timeout as you take a look at Nacho. His real name is Ignacio, but he'll forever be known as Nacho, especially after that legendary goal he scored in the opener. Legendary if the Comets go on to win the series, probably, in Kansas City terms.
Right now, the difference in this game is the restart goal for the Wave. The Wave's got another opportunity right here in the specialty situations with a power play. First power play of the game for either team.
Milwaukee during the regular season, 65%. They were 1 for 1 in the opener. And Kansas City, as far as defending, 76%. They were very good during the regular season. In fact, the Comets, third best penalty killing unit in the league during the regular season. Only 9 goals allowed and 37 times shorthanded. Wave was 28 for 43, number 2 in the league with that 65.1%. Ian Bennett, the league's leading power play goal scorer with 14. In fact, the next closest was 9, I believe. So Wave indeed did have an outstanding power play, and this would be big if they come up with a power play goal here.
Well, on the man down, Kansas City's only going to be able to put 2 in this wall. I wouldn't mind seeing Max Ferdinand coming up and trying to rope this one, especially if Stokic gives him a little space at that near post. Normally you'd see 3 in the wall from this point.
Stokic and Harris, the defensive wall. Stokic with the lesser hair of the two. All right, in it comes. Ricardinho moves it over. Bennett with a shot just wide. Oh, Ian trying to pick the far post along the ground, and he just missed it.
Well, had Matos continued his run to the far post, he would have had a tap in.
Both teams, again, have had a plethora of opportunities, scoring opportunities here in the first half. 5 goals combined, but we could easily have double that number if a little more offensive efficiency at this point. Ricardinho with a bad pass that's knocked away as Stokic tries to come in 2-1. He thought he got held up there by Matos, but Wave fortunate they didn't give up a shorthand bid that time by KC. Leite lays it off to the right. Max trying to send it in. No, he got it through to Bennett, but Ian fading back with the left foot, couldn't redirect it in. Harris runs past Ricardinho, Cabrera, and good job by Max Ferdinand to come back and get the possession. Ricardinho looking a little bit shaky out here today. Art, normally he's pretty good on the power play. Matos straight away. Again, this is a power play that featured Sean Toch most of the regular season.
There you go.
Brian Harris gonna take another blue card. And the Wave will have a 2-man advantage for 37 seconds.
One of the areas that Brian Harris has improved with over the years is his decision-making on when to challenge. Early in his career, he would challenge like this, right here. Not a good challenge. He comes late on Ricardinho, and now the Wave's gonna be 2 men up.
So he'll join his teammate Nacho Flores.
For the next 37 seconds at least, Tom, the Wave's got a 2-man advantage.
This is huge for Milwaukee, and in it comes to Matos, and a perimeter shot is off target and up into the stands.
One thing you cannot afford to do with a 2-man advantage is to put the ball out of play.
Huge break for KC, maybe. Well, they don't take advantage of it nearly as much as they could have. That one immediately goes off Rodane Sinclair to bounce. So Wave still with 27 seconds to work on with a 2-man advantage. And now they give up the possession and a foul. Wow. And Marcio yapping at Robert Palmer, I think, but
yeah, because you'd like to get a goal here before the end of this first power play, so you still got the second power play intact.
Ferdinand gets it back. Still 10 seconds left on the two-man advantage. Yeah, during the regular season, Sean Toach was one of the main guys on the power play, but of course he left to go play for Louisville FC Outdoor. Max sends it across, off the mark. Now Flores comes racing out of the box. Now Bennett in tights, and Flores gets there to sweep it away, but he immediately clears in the stands, and the Wave will have a power play top of the arc restart.
Ian Bennett today has had so many near chances where he just hasn't been able to either get a good first touch on it or get a good strike off from close range.
All right, Wave still with a power play for a man advantage, 1-11. As Leite comes up, lays it off. Bennett with a shot that deflects and caught by Patterson.
And there's another one. The pass just a little behind Ian by Marcio Leite on the power play.
Leite and Lemos as the Comets pressure short-handed. 3:45 to go, first period. 49 seconds on the man advantage for the Wave. Had a two-man advantage for 37 seconds. Couldn't cash in at that point, but still hoping to get one here to extend their 3-2 lead.
30 seconds in the power play, 30 seconds.
Matos straight away. Looks over for Ferdinand. Working against the defender Matingu. And KC doing a good job to force Milwaukee out high. Now Ricardinho with it. Gets it back from Matos.
10 seconds, where's the noise, white fans?
Driven in, just wide of the foot of Bennett. Ferdinand with it. As Harris comes out of the box, Wave keeps it alive. Ricardinho. Leite now, Ferdinand with it. His shot in deflects. Ricardinho keeps it alive. Ferdinand is dumped. Comes out to Bennett. Shot save made by Patterson. Boy, great job by the Comets to kill off the power play. Comets quick restart while the Wave is changing, and Lemos is hung out to dry. And eventually they score. I have a hard time believing we tried to change when the Comets had the free kick right in front of our bench.
Well, if we could roll it back all the way to the free kick, we could take another look at, you know, that's well beyond the free kick. I'd love to see the start of the free kick if we could.
Brian Harris
almost
botched it up, but
I'd love to see the free kick, Tom, whether that ball was stationary or how that was put back into play.
Not a good turn of events in the Wave. A two-man advantage from the power play that eventually they don't score, and then KC comes back to get the tying goal at 12:36 of the second period. Asadpour will get credit for it. And Brian Harris gets the assist after Brian stepped over one and really made a mess of it, but he ends up with the assist to Asadpour. And, well, just not a good turn of events for the Wave. Now Lemos under pressure out the line, but he is able to unload it to the near side. So back to even at 3 apiece. Patterson serves it downfield. Vandegrift was coming out for the change, but it's still 3-2 KC. And KC unable to convert. Brian Perez had a good opportunity there. Perez, who has been a perennial Wave killer, laid it back out. Shot by Sosa was broken up, but Patterson will track it down at midfield.
Interesting on that last goal, though, Tom, because remember, the ball went out of play. I'm under the impression it needs to be spotted by the referee, and I'm not sure it was.
As a shot in the goal, And the Kansas City Comets have regained the lead as, who else? Brian Perez puts it in 4-3, KC. So
back and forth we go, right? Back and forth we go. Now it's Kansas City's turn with the momentum.
13:59, the time of the goal. Well, until we can re-rack that replay and see what exactly happened on the quick restart by KC where the Wave thought they had time to change and did not.
Remember, the ball went out of play, right? It bounced into the Wave bench. Normally, the referee would have to spot it. It can't just be the player put it down and spot it. Now, that's my belief.
Wave trying to come back here in the final 40 seconds, see if they can get the final goal. Vandegrift has it taken away. Matos able to come up and make a play. Still a chance for Milwaukee as Leite moves it up for Bennett. Yeah, no question about it. The second half is anything like this first half. We are still in for one heck of a game. Lemos with 10 seconds. The Wave keeper slots it off far side. Matos goes to the corner. Now Ruggles chips it across. Bennett with 2. Turning shot blocked. Vandegrift drives it across, and that will do it for the first half. An exciting first half of action here. Swing of momentum with KC scoring the first 2, Wave the next 3, Kansas City the final 2 of the half. And as they go to the locker room at halftime, a somewhat frustrated Ian Bennett and the Wave going to the locker room, but nonetheless, they are very much in this thing. It's Kansas City 4, Milwaukee 3. We'll come back with more. This is Wave Soccer. And actually, we will stay here and send it down to Van McNeil.
Time for our Midwest Orthopedic Specialty Hospital Coach's Corner with head coach Giuliano Oliviero. Game 2 of the Central Division playoffs. You said a full 60 minutes. Are you happy with the first half?
You know what? We started a little slow. They got a 2-goal lead. We got ourselves back into it. We played some great stuff. We had a 5-on-3, and 5-on-3 in the playoff special teams. You got to capitalize, and that really hurt us. Guys didn't really mentally recover after. We gave up 2 late goals, but again, we got 30 more minutes to get this right.
Absolutely. We'll let you go talk to the boys over there in the locker room. Head coach Giuliano Oliviero and our Midwest Orthopedic Specialty Hospital Coach's Corner. You got to give it up for this man, tending goal pretty well here tonight. Our Professional Construction Incorporated Player of the Year. Give it up for number 30, Josh Lemos. I got to get your first half reaction here, Josh. 4-3 in the first half, game 2 of the Central Division playoffs here. How are you feeling?
Well, I mean, I still think 4-3 is not good enough. We've been trying, we've been pushing. It hasn't been enough, but I promise everybody we're going to pick it up second half.
Let's talk about an amazing regular season that you had. First year rookie from Canada, making yourself a name here. 11 wins, 2 losses, 227 shots against, 64 goals against. What a record. What do you say about the regular season?
I got a great team and I got some great fans.
All right, Josh Lemos, we got to do the trophy presentation with Mike and Michelle. Do you guys have anything to say?
Josh, on behalf of Professional Construction, we'd like to present you the award for the hardest working player of the year. We're so happy to have you on this team, and we know you can pull this out tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Number 30, Josh Lemos, our Professional Construction Incorporated Player of the Year. Josh, we got to get you back. Oh, quick picture. We have more. Get back in the locker room, Josh. Give it up for Josh Lemos and your Milwaukee Wave. Game 2 of the Major Arena Soccer League Central Division playoffs continue next from UW Milwaukee Panther Arena. Wave fans, make some noise!
Miracle looking like plays it in. Headed down. Marcial across. Shot it, goal!
Oh my,
Yes!
this is going to be something else. This is going to be something else, Tom. I don't know if they can go to instant replay, but I don't know if that ball was in before that horn sounded. It was extremely close, man.
And the shot save Warburg, and he punches away.
Altman off his line way early, but Blue Odd scores anyway.
Badger Max, for those who thirst for a championship. Made with all natural flavors and premium ingredients. Rehydrate, recharge, and boost your performance. Badger Max, drink it to the max. Find Badger Max at these fine retailers.
Why are you here? Do you have a mission? At Cardinal Stritch University, we'll help you find it. We believe it's our job to help people grow in their mind and heart while preparing them for a career. In fact, our undergraduates earn an average salary of $51,000, which is far more than most colleges and universities in Wisconsin. Find out what Stritch has to offer you. Now's the time to visit our campus for one of our upcoming events. We're here to help. After all, we make it our mission to help you find yours. Visit go.stritch.edu/events today.
Go where the pros go for chiropractic care, massage therapy, and exercise rehabilitation. Goodyear Chiropractic Health Center, the official chiropractor and massage therapist for the Milwaukee Wave.
What others see is not a reflection of who I really am.
Pain from everyday wear and tear? That's not gonna stop me.
That younger me, she's still in there.
With uncompromising orthopedic expertise, we make sure the state of your body matches your state of mind.
Professional Construction Incorporated is a full-service construction company serving residential and commercial clients in the southeastern Wisconsin area. You can depend on Professional Construction Incorporated for new home construction, home remodeling including kitchen and bathrooms, and home additions like garages, basements, window and door installation, and more. From start to finish, Professional Construction Incorporated can assist you and customize any project. Call 262-363-0886 or visit wipci.com.
if Pat or somebody else was still coming up to
for him here tonight.
Stuart Grable lays it on two, and Almeida comes in with a shot. Save. Shot on the other side, and Adamson. First Duke, then SMU. And ahead to the left side, and just like that. First Duke, then SMU. And ahead to the left side, and just like that. First Duke, then SMU. And ahead to the left side, and just like that. Clark steps up, lost the touch, pushed off the play, and a bouncing shot. Clark steps up, lost the touch, pushed off the play, and a bouncing shot. Really come through experience a lot of times. Here's Dennison coming in. And it comes, and Tosh, they always look easier from up here, though, don't they? There's a shot and a goal by Matos. Beautiful feed from Max Ferdinand, and the Wave leads it 4-1. They always look easier from up here, though, don't they? There's a shot and a goal by Matos. Beautiful feed from Max Ferdinand, and the Wave leads it 4-1. They always look easier from up here, though, don't they? There's a shot and a goal by Matos. Beautiful feed from Max Ferdinand, and the Wave leads it 4-1. Broadcast now, takeaway, walking in, shot and a goal, Ian Bennett! Broadcast now, takeaway, walking in, shot and a goal, Ian Bennett! If Pat or somebody else was still coming up to at 36 seconds against the Syracuse Silver Knights as they Renault turns, shoots, just back that one down as he got cut off along the boards. Ball pops out, shot and goal!
In the fourth period, they were up by 2.
Back in 99-2000.
Go take a whirlpool.
There's a great crack. To back, Ricardo. Nelson fires.
Track all that.
Right to left. Quick shot taken by Louis, turning. Rolls one wide left. Rebound, foul. Contreras turning campaign. Matos lays it off. Centering for campaign. Matos lays it off. Centering for campaign. Matos lays it off. Centering for Ferdinand lays it off. Wave.com. Nelson got away from the defender. Here he comes. One-on-one against the keeper. Shot and a goal. Nice finish there by Eder Nelson. And Milwaukee. Wave.com. Nelson got away from the defender. Here he comes. One-on-one against the keeper. Shot and a goal. Nice finish there by Eder Nelson. And Milwaukee. Wave.com. Nelson got away from the defender. Here he comes. One-on-one against the keeper. Shot and a goal. Nice finish there by Eder Nelson. And Milwaukee. Vandegrift clears. Ambush sent it right back in. Be around 11 or 12. So, oh, what a ball.
You know, they've had some really, really good ones.
Burko! And as we start the fourth period,
a veteran player.
Corey Dahl with a sliding out to keep the zone for St. Louis. And
and showing some resolve here in the fourth.
Burko's shot knocked down. Good fourth quarter team so far this year. Score time, so Penn State did come back with a touchdown. Oh, look at Ferdinand. Time, so Penn State did come back with a touchdown. Oh, look at Ferdinand. Time, so Penn State did come back with a touchdown. Oh, look at Ferdinand.
Different styles.
Contreras with a
time about the process. And
Corey. Renault will slide it. Bennett looking for number 5. There it is. Renault will slide it. Bennett looking for number 5. There it is.
Badger Max, for those who thirst for a championship. Made with all natural flavors and premium ingredients. Rehydrate, recharge, and boost your performance. Badger Max, drink it to the max. Find Badger Max at these fine retailers.
As you look at some of the highlights from the first half, Ramon Palmer scored a couple of goals for Kansas City to put them initially on top 2-0. And boy, they had some other good chances to extend the lead. Then Marcio Liete with a bomb late in the first period to get Milwaukee on the board. Big goal there by Marcio. And that started a 3-goal run for the Wave, as they would eventually tie it up at the end of the first period. There you get a look at it as Ferdinand to Ruggles to Bennett for the tying tally. 2-2 going to the second period. And then the Wave would take the lead as Daniel Chamali converts off the assist from Matos. And Wave again putting on the pressure. Just missing a couple of times. Lemos for the Wave, Patterson for Kansas City, each making some good saves in that stretch. And some good defense by KC, especially to kill off a Wave power play that had a 2-man advantage for 37 seconds. And then that was off a quick restart that allowed them to tie the goal. And let's take a look at how that evolved for Kansas City. This is after a ball goes out of bounds near the Wave bench. All right, now watch what happens. Patterson, the goalkeeper, throwing out. This is right after Kansas City killed off a power play. Now the ball's going to hit the turf. It deflects off Lemos and went into the stands. Now at that point,
what's crazy about this, Tom, is it's in the Wave bench. It actually comes from the Wave bench back to the Kansas City players.
And what we didn't see is the Kansas City put it down for a quick restart, and that's what resulted in the eventual goal scored by Asadpour that tied it up. And then KC scored again on a goal by Perez just a bit later to take a 4-3 lead at halftime. So, upon further review, I agree, Art. It looked like the officials probably should have spotted the ball.
No,
but
I went down and talked to Ryan Sigich and Rich Grady, and the referees don't need to spot the ball.
Even when it goes out of bounds.
Even when it goes out of bounds. So that was perfectly legal. My point was, did the players know which direction it was going? Was it Missouri's ball or Kansas City balls, or was it Milwaukee's?
Well, some indecision there, and then again, the lack of experience by whoever that was gave the ball back to the Comets on the Wave bench.
It was interesting. I was downstairs, and the Wave was still talking about the 2-man advantage they didn't capitalize on.
There's Bennett trying to set up Liete. Matos gets a piece of it. Out it comes Chamali. Milwaukee in black, going left to right on the black turf here at the UWMP Arena in the third period, trailing 4-3.
The point I was going to make is the Wave was all talking about the 2-man advantage they didn't capitalize on, but was worse was the 2 goals they gave up. Forget about you didn't score. How about the goals you gave up?
Yeah. That was not a good sequence for Milwaukee. Here comes Asadpour, the Comets team captain. Ramon Palmer trying to maneuver past Ricardinho, who pokes it away, but then pass ahead for Renault, who's off the mark.
As the players were coming out of the locker room, Tom, they were still shaking their heads about the 2-man advantage. Stevie Morris, the Wave former Wave superstar champion player, used to say, you know, there's peaks and valleys in every game, and it's the team that can get out of the valley quickest is the ones that are successful. Wave's got to put that behind them.
Stevie Morris, whose number hangs among the 6 in the rafters for the Milwaukee Wave. Longtime player for the Wave, and of course, assistant coach for many years.
Mojo was his nickname, and the Wave needs some mojo here in the third quarter.
Nice back heel there. Now Andre, a little touch. Renault coming through. Shot save made. Lemos. Vandegrift trying to keep it alive. Andre Hain turning shot up in the stands.
Good idea by Renault to shoot quickly with the outside of the right, and a good reaction save by that man, Stephen Patterson.
Both keepers have made some nice saves so far today. Asadpour able to nudge it over to the middle for Sosa. Asadpour paid the price for that one with a big hit, but did not result in a scoring opportunity for the Comets. Again, the Comets without their leading scorer for the regular season, Leo Gibson, who tallied 37 points, but missed the last several games of the regular season due to concussion protocol, and so far has missed the first 2 of this playoff series. Stuart Grable draws the foul from Robert Palmer. Let's take a look at this as Stewart took one right in the midsection. Hopefully he's going to be okay. The second-year man out of Neenah, Wisconsin, and UWGB. Ruggles against Stokic. Drew double teamed on the far side, plays it in for Ian Bennett. Ian, 3 goals in the opener. He's had 1 so far here today. And a couple of near misses as well. Flicks out of bounds, Kansas City will take it.
You could see at the end of the first half the frustration on Ian Bennett as he was walking off the field.
Patterson, Wade will give him room to bring it up. As we've seen, he has not been afraid to carry the ball forward, and he's had a couple of good cracks on goal today. In fact, in the second quarter, took a shot that beat Lemos, but hit the frame and came out. Matos draws the foul there. Daniel getting ready to celebrate his 31st birthday coming up in a week. Flores getting bodied out by Rampa. Eventually they play it out to O'Dane Sinclair. He's got to recycle back in his defensive half. Rampa knocks it over. Eventually Matos gets it back for Lemos. Now Ferdinand, nicely done to get away from Sinclair. Max trying to push up for a 3-on-2. He's got Rampa on his left with Bennett on his right. Now we'll play it to Matos, moves it across, Ruggles. Drew's got some room, shot deflects wide. Lete keeping the play alive. Marcio off the inboard. Patterson, good job to smother the rebound as Marcio was looking for an inboard pass to the middle for either Matos or Bennett. Again, good activity by the Wave on both ends here today as Comets were going to take the possession, but fortunately the officials stepped in to say no, it was Wave ball.
Patterson on a number of occasions has done a really nice job of reading the caroms off the boards.
Yeah, he's been very active. You gotta like him as a keeper. He makes the staves. He's a good, decent-sized guy, got good quickness, and also, again, very active on balls in and around the box. He's not a passive keeper.
If you put some long curly hair on him, you might see a little Danny Waltman in his game.
Yeah, I would agree. Marcio, nice move to get away. And he's dumped on the far side. And Lucas Rodriguez helping him up. Take a look one more time. Pretty obvious, the foul there on Rodriguez. All right, Wave with a restart chance. Wave is getting some restart chances in the zone, and it comes Ruggles. Shot it just wide as Vandergriff was trying to run some interference in front. Nice job there by Ruggles to cut off the pass as Rodriguez was trying to go back to Harris on a 1-2. Ricardinho trying to make something happen. Shot is blocked. Andre Hain follows in. Hain sends it across the middle, and Patterson got a paw up to knock it away as Renault was camped out for a potential header. Vandergriff, back heel. Hain, Andre hemmed in by Matingu. Andre holding him off. The big guy trying to get top of the area. Turning shot, save Patterson. Oh, good turn there by Andre, and another nice stop by Patterson. Ricardinho keeps it going. Now, Comets clear it out to the middle of the box. That's not always the most advisable place. Hain is dumped, foul is called. So the Wave keeping the pressure on.
Hain, Vandegrift, Matingu, Brian Harris. There's some big boys out there battling down in the Kansas City end.
Indoor soccer is not for the faint of heart, and certainly you ramp that up in the playoffs, and you cannot be a milquetoast in there today, that's for sure. Wave to play it in from the near board. Ruggles drives it across to Hain. Andre's turning passer shot is blocked out. Wave is going to change up as Lemos gets it. Bennett, near side. Ian trying to see if he can maneuver around, gets it out for Ferdinand. Max now back for Grable, walking in, shot, kick saved by Patterson. Good look for Grable, he gave it a good strike and Patterson turned it away, corner kick Milwaukee. So the Wave again, constant pressure for the last couple of minutes, but let's see if they can be rewarded with a goal off this corner kick. Winner of this series will take on the winner of Baltimore and Harrisburg for the Eastern Conference Finals. Again, that'll be a best of three with a Game 3 minigame to determine. And it comes. And Ferdinand's shot blocked by Harris. Good job by Harris to get out and block that one. We'll redo it again from the corner. Crowd a bit anxious here at the UWMP Arena. Hoping to see the Wave rallied. And it comes, Matos! Full volley is off the mark.
Really nice decision that time by Marcio to find Matos sneaking on the backside. Matos just failed to hit the target.
Lemos with some room. Josh played on the ground up for Bennett. Trying to get to his right. Play read that time by Robert Palmer. And now here comes Perez streaking downfield. Leite cut him off. Boy, like he was going to go in all his own. I should say Herrero Pena that was. Pena, the rookie out of UMKC. We've seen him now a couple of times, Art, and he's got some pretty good wheels.
Not only good wheels, he's very direct and doesn't hesitate in his decision-making to go forward.
Kind of the Kansas City version of Taylor Bond, who we saw from Chicago. Not nearly the same size, but at least as far as the approach to the game, yes, very similar. Matos, blast one in, comes to the corner now. Bennett keeps it alive. Ian, left foot shot, save, Patterson. Oh, nice left foot crack by Ian and Patterson again. And the beard is starting to come up big for KC. Timeout.
Patterson said, enough of this. Let's call timeout and see if we can.
He has been impressive.
In just a moment, let's check in with Doreen Michaels, who's out there somewhere.
Hey, Van, yes, I am.
MASL playoffs continue later on today in San Diego at the Valley View Casino Center, with the Sockers hosting the Ontario Fury. And that should be a pretty good series. In fact, opposite picks up here in the broadcast booth, Art, on that series. I believe you've got Ontario. I'm taking the Sockers. And big stakes on the line, depending how that one turns out.
What was our wager again?
I think it was a chicken tender, buffalo chicken tender dinner.
That's right.
Here. But if Ontario wins, I guess we'll have. If the Wave loses and Ontario wins, we'll have to push that off till next season, I guess. Got $2 dogs though today.
Well, there's plenty we can do around Milwaukee, Tom. Come on, man.
I'll tell you, it was a very entertaining regular season in the MASL, and all the playoff matchups, with the exception of that Baja Soles series, which ended last night with Soles trouncing Baja 17-3. All the rest of these pretty closely matched. Again, Baltimore finds itself with a bit of pressure on them now after losing game one in Baltimore, but that series far from over. in Harrisburg.
Just got to ask you, where do you Oak Creek, South Milwaukee, where are you? Cudahy, where do you live?
St. Francis.
St. Francis? Hey, some good cheese curds in St. Francis. Some cheese curds.
Imported curds from St. Francis. Yeah, we could do that. All right, back to the action. Comets with it in the white uniforms, moving right to left. 6.5 to go, third period, and it's still 4-3 Kansas City. That was our score at the end of the first half. KC with goals, 2 from Marone Palmer, Asadpour and Perez. Wave with goals from Leite, Bennett, and Chamali, all coming in consecutive fashion within a 2-minute, 11-second span late in the first, early in the second period to put Milwaukee up 3-2 time. As that ball comes into Lemos and he has to react to cover it up. Rampa up for hand, a bit too far. Sinclair trying to cut him off in the corner. Rampa keeps the pressure on, but it's going to deflect off Tenzin into the arms of the keeper Patterson. And right now in the second half, Stephen Patterson has been the man of the match. Has come up with several huge saves for KC. Brian Perez, Costa Rican native who played his college ball at UMKC, over to Asadpour. Asadpour, a former star for the Detroit Mercy Titans in the Horizon League. He's been an original Comet since they revived back prior to the 10-11 season. Again, 7th consecutive season that the Wave and Comets have met in the playoffs. Wave won the first 2, Kansas City the last 4. KC leads 9-6 all time by games, including the 7-6 come from behind victory over the Wave in the opener Thursday night in Independence.
What's that, Wave fans?
Had our old friend Nick Vassos on the call for the Comets, did a tremendous job as always. Boy, that was certainly a great one for Comets Nation, no question about it. And similar to today's game, Art, a lot of action, just some great indoor soccer action between 2 excellent teams. And 2 excellent teams that are looking to play ball.
Kansas City does a real nice job with their broadcasts. Enjoy watching games from their building. And the Greek, who's been doing it for so many years, just a great play-by-play voice.
Lemos with a bit of pressure.
Not the best dancer, Tom.
Well, not when he's dancing Gungan style.
Yeah.
Needs a little work on that. But he's a man of many talents for sure. Uh-oh, Lemos with a giveaway there. Here's the chip toward the empty net, and it's just wide from Lucas Rodriguez.
Not enough spin that time by Lucas. He tried with the outside of his left to spin it from right to left, and just didn't get enough on it.
Matos pushes down Rodriguez off the ball. They play on. Lucas is not very happy.
Ryan Sigic looks at him and says, come on, Lucas, this is the playoffs, bud. Get up.
Again, great pace to the action here today. As I said, you know, both teams have shown up to play in this series. They're not just sitting back and waiting for a goal or two to decide the outcome. Which sometimes in playoff soccer, playoffs in any sport, you can get a bit conservative. But not in this series.
It's important the Wave keeps their defensive discipline. 1 goal here, plenty of time left.
Milwaukee has had most of the possession here in the third period, but now Kansas City starting to use up a bit of time as foul was called, and Max Ferdinand picks up his first personal this half. Again, 3 personals in each half are all you're allowed on your 4th. Your team gives up a 2-minute power play. This is Kansas City's most extended possession here this second half. Giveaway there as Ruggles gets it back. Matos looking for Bennett. Out of the corner, ooh, Matingu got the foot up, dangerous play. And the Wave is gonna get a great restart chance here with 2.5 to go in the third. This would be a great chance to tie the game. Ferdinand on the ball.
Kansas City, a 2-man wall. Let's see what Harris does if he stays staggered off the wall. They should ask to move Harris back as well.
Matos lays it out. Ruggles across. Bennett with a shot. Vandergriff in the middle. But he could not get a piece of it. Well, you got to give the Comets credit for their restart defense today. Wave has had a lot of great restart chances. Ruggles. Now to Matos, but Asadpour pokes it away. Gets it back. Turning shot to goal! Ian Bennett! And we're back even at 4 apiece. So just when it looked like the Wave might be thwarted again, Bennett converts his second of the afternoon, 5th of the series, and we're tied at 4.
He's been knocking on the door all afternoon long. They got one early, but this time uses Matingo as a screen through the big man's legs and into the far post. You see Patterson stick out the right leg. Back and forth again, and we're tied at 4.
Daniel Matos gets the assist. Matos with his second helper of the game. Had an assist earlier on the goal by Chamale, so back to even at 4 apiece. Hang on, fans. We could be going to the wire again here with the Wave and the Comets. Flores with a shot just wide. Renault with the rebound. Leite, Renault, Chamale. Nice circle there by Daniel Chamale to keep the possession. Marcio. Off the board in the corner, but hops right to Patterson.
Did you say we could be going to the wire? We're going to the wire, Tom. This is the 7th year in a row. You know that we're going to the wire. When doesn't it go to the wire? Bring on Byron Alvarez with a 6 seconds to go restart.
Yeah, that's how Kansas City did it back in 2013.
That's how these things go, time and time again with these two teams.
Not that we're looking past the remaining time of this game, but if you're looking to the minigame, KC is 2-0 against Milwaukee lifetime in playoff minigames. Renault, Asadpour, the latter takes it away. Out for Sosa midfield. Now Ricardo jumps in to get it.
Ricardinho got away with a handball that time.
And the ball out of bounds on the bench, and the ball comes back to the bench. You put it down and go if you want to. That's what Comets did again. And out of bounds on that shot. 25.3 left to go. So the Wave has been able to stabilize here in the third period after KC had the last 2 goals late in the first half to take a 4-3 lead. Milwaukee needs to win to force a Game 3 minigame, which would take place 15 minutes at the conclusion of this one. And the winner will go on to play the winner of the Baltimore-Harrisburg series, which is scheduled to resume Tuesday night in Harrisburg, but may be pushed back to Wednesday because of impending weather. Ferdinand with 2 seconds up for Bennett, and Ian launches toward goal, but time expires, and that will do it. However, Bennett had the only goal of the third period. He's got 5 in this series. Does he or the Milwaukee Wave have one more than the Comets might have in the fourth? We'll come back and see. This is Wave Soccer.
Wave fans, make some noise!
Looking like plays it in. Headed down. Marcio across. Shot a goal!
Oh my.
Yeah!
This is going to be something else. This is going to be something else, Tom. I don't know if they can go to instant replay, but I don't know if that ball was in before that horn sounded. It was extremely close.
And the shot save Warburg, and he punches away.
Been off his line way early, but Blue Odd scores anyway.
Badger Max, for those who thirst for a championship. Made with all natural flavors and premium ingredients. Rehydrate, recharge, and boost your performance. Badger Max, drink it to the max. Find Badger Max at these fine retailers.
All right, here we go. Fourth quarter, tied at 4 here from Milwaukee, the Wave and the Kansas City Comets. Wave needs to win this game, game 2 of the first round MASL playoff series, the quarterfinals, in order to force a deciding game 3 minigame, which would take place immediately after this one, 15 minutes after. Kansas City, of course, all they need to do is win this game, and they win the series, and it would be their 5th consecutive series victory over the Wave. But they've all been pretty tight except for last year when KC blew out the Wave in consecutive games.
The Wave can get some of Van McNeil's energy, Tom. Oh,
just amazing.
Kansas City out in the fourth quarter.
For a guy who just celebrated his 39th birthday for about the 7th or 8th time recently, he's got an amazing amount of energy. All right, Wave with it in the black unis, going right to left. That's goalkeeper Josh Lemos. He and his counterpart, Stephen Patterson, have both played well today. Patterson especially, and especially in the third period. Stokic trying to get away from Ruggles, taken down, and boy, they almost had the advantage there, and Stokic is asking official Rich Grady, might that have possibly been a blue card?
Wave's got to be careful. The count right now is 2-0 in their favor for power plays. Natural tendency is to go the other way the next time if you referees.
If you're just joining us, Wave had a 2-man advantage for 37 seconds in the first half when they were leading 3-2, but could not convert. And that's when Kansas City was able to come back and score twice just before the end of the half to take the lead. Ruggles looking up for Matos. Rampo with a good step in there to break up the KC counterattack. Comets will put it in.
I like what the Wave did against Patterson that time, Tom. They forced him down the left side of the field and then trapped him.
Now Jamali steps up to take one away. Ferdinand in the middle. Max playing with his trademark full 90 headgear. Ricardinho! Shot on goal! Wow, stunning goal for Ricardinho Cabrera. And the Wave grabs the lead 5-4. Ricardinho, who had not been having one of his better games of the year, but what a strike there. And Milwaukee takes the lead at 5-4.
To win playoff series, sometimes you need contributions when they're least expected. And in the least expected ways. And that time, Ricardinho with a rocket that beats Patterson up high. Ricardinho, not known for his strong shot, caught Patterson by surprise that time. Like I said, if you're going to win these types of playoff series, you need some contributions from some unlikely sources. We saw the early goal by Chamali, and now Ricardinho as well gets on the board.
Ricardinho only had 2 goals during the regular season, 2 goals, 9 assists, as Patterson launches one up into the stands. But that was a huge, huge, huge goal there for Ricardinho. As much for him as the Wave itself. And Milwaukee on top 5-4. Still a long way to go here. Lemos looking for Renault. That one hops over Robert's head and scooped up by Patterson, who has to quickly play it up against the Wave pressure. Now Rodriguez. Good job initially by Grable to stick a leg in and knock it away, but the Comets take it away, but Grable able to draw the foul. Stewart again, a workmanlike effort out of midfield today.
Big question is which team's going to be able to make the last run. Kansas City with 2 goals to start. The Wave comes back with 3. Then Kansas City goes for 2, and now the Wave comes back with 2.
Now this whole series has just been a series of runs. Kansas City capped off game 1 with a 4-goal run to win it 7-6. Lemos with pressure from Perez.
What
knocks
a ball.
it long to Andre Hayne. Andre coming in! Shot, save! Patterson off the frame. Andre again. Boy, Andre with just a phenomenal shot, and what a great save by Patterson as well. Matos loses it. Here comes Ramon Palmer. Matos, nice sliding effort to get it for Andre at midfield. Andre turns, finds Leite. It's a 2-on-3. Andre plays it off the board. I think he was hoping to get a carom back for himself, but eventually Patterson able to get up and get it.
You said phenomenal ball, phenomenal save by Patterson. It was. Well, how about the ball by Lemos that sent Hayne in?
Over the top. It's a great ball. All right, Comets trying to come back 3-on-3. Pass to the trailer. Sinclair, it's behind him. O'Dane's got to reload and lay it back from Matingu. Rodriguez launches. Good save there by Lemos. Here comes Ian Bennett. Ian out of the back. Circles around, but his pass off the mark for Ferdinand. Max does well to tie up Matingu. And now Ricardo steps in to knock it away, and eventually Bennett assaulted at midfield, and the foul is called. And you can tell the frustration from Sinclair. He thought he was fouled.
Well, when haven't we seen this from O'Dane Sinclair, though? It's just become, I'll just keep my mouth shut about it. There you go. Thank you, Ryan Sigich.
And Ryan Sigich says enough. And O'Dane Sinclair takes himself out of the game in a rather critical moment. Let's look one more time. Now,
it's not a 2-minute blue card, but a 5-minute yellow card.
I mean, what's the complaint, though? You run up the guy's backside as he's shielding the ball. It's a foul.
O'Dane Sinclair looked like Derek Thomas tackling a quarterback on that play. But
take another look right here. You're challenging from the wrong side.
Talking about the late great linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs. But he was really complaining about the fact he thought he was fouled earlier before that sequence. But as you said, Art, no real protest on that call. And now Matingu fouled by Ferdinand. So Sinclair going to the box at 3:22. He will sit out for at least 5, and then we'll have to wait for an official stoppage of play to get back on the field. Harris on the free kick. He can certainly load it up, and he does, but the shot is just off target. So we'll have to see it. Kansas City does in their defensive pairing with Sinclair going out. Just have to pick up the slack back there. Patterson with pressure from Ricardinho. That one comes near side. Chamali takes it away. Boy, Daniel Chamali again having a tremendous game on both ends. Run off the play. Knocks it away from fellow Canadian Nassenpour. Vandergrift gets there to clear it back for Ferdinand. Max, shake and bake to avoid the pressure from Matingu. Ruggles will move it across for Lemos. Ramon Palmer applying the pressure. Lemos looks up looking for Renault. Robert trying to get top of the area. Flores slid out to knock it away. Renault got called for a foul. I think Nacho Flores might have hurt his leg or ankle there a bit. Appears to be okay. Trying to jog it off near side is, oh, yeah, he really got that right ankle wedged against Renault. Stokic under pressure, puts it up in the stands. I said Stokic, that was Lucas Rodriguez. And
now they're going to call another foul against Robert Renault here.
Yeah, and that probably was a good call, a little bit late, but I have to agree, I think that was a good call. So Renault has picked up 2 quick ones here. Rodriguez tried to slip it through. Nice job there by Renault to take it away. Marcio, though, trying to lay it back, and it's off the mark. Flores gets it back for KC. 9:45 to go here in the 4th. Wave needs to hang on to this one and then force a Game 3 minigame a little bit later.
You use the term, Tom, right there. They need to hang on to this one, and I agree. But what they need to do right now in this next 9:27 is go take this one, not sit back. Be the aggressor and try to put this one away.
Good point. Now is not the time to go into the 4 corners. Well, again, they've had a good flow offensively.
And there's 3 on Renault. They've got to get him off the field very quickly.
Because if he picks up a 4th, which would all occur in this quarter, that would result in a 2-minute power play for the Comets. Now, they can't sub on a foul, so obviously they got to wait till it's put back in play, but certainly Coach Oliviero is well aware of a player carrying 3 fouls.
Not a good shift for Robert Renault. 3 fouls on 1 shift.
Yeah, that's hard to do. Shot in, Lemos able to scoop it up. Josh is going to put it out and bring it up. Launching downfield.
Oh, he almost caught him.
Trying to keep Patterson away from the net. Throw up to midfield and hit the official, stayed in. That's in play. Here comes Andre Hain. Andre moving it up. Finds Vandegrift. Chad now works it across. Leite gonna fire a shot. Save, rebound, follow. Just wide by Ruggles. Hain tries to keep it alive and sent downfield. Some great action there. Nice job by Sosa to get the ball back for Kansas City. Here comes Robert Palmer.
Unfortunate for Ruggles. He had it right on his left foot. Not the best angle, but one he could have converted.
Well, you really get the feeling whoever gets the next goal here is going to assume control of this game. Patterson to the near wing. Now Rodriguez has some space. Matos looking for help. Far side, nice job. Ian Bennett slides out to knock it away. Ferdinand with it. Max sends it up to Ian. He's in a race with Patterson. And the goalkeeper able to cut him off.
Got bailed out on that one.
So Ian's going to draw the foul. Well, typically the goalkeeper will get the benefit of the doubt. Let's look at it one more time. Patterson did get there first, although Not the best first touch there by Patterson.
No, not a good decision to challenge for that ball along the boards either.
Comets will get it. We are just about at the midway point of the fourth quarter. Next stop and play will bring us the media timeouts. O'Dane Sinclair in the box, 5 minutes on a misconduct, but again, that has not cost Kansas City a man on the field. Nice job there. Nice reaction by Lemos to clear it out. Robert Palmer gets it back. Here he comes up to the line. Across Matingu. Fires a shot. Save Lemos. And cleared out by Matos. Boy, great save there by Lemos. I don't know that he got a good look at it. Matingu crosses over and another. Kick save and a beauty by Lemos as Matingu looking to put one through the 5-hole. Lemos coming up big for the Wave here in the last couple of minutes.
Both goalkeepers today have been excellent.
As we've said before, either team could have 2-3 more goals except for some phenomenal work by the keepers. Now Nacho Flores, shot and a goal. Oh, what a finish by Flores as he found it on his right foot and then just hesitated for a moment. And the Comets convert to tie it up at 5.
Well, we know the shot he likes, right? Huh? Get it on the inside of his right and put it in that upper corner. Same goal he scored the other night. And after the play, Ramon Palmer picks up a 5-minute yellow card.
Well, that could be big.
Well, yeah, Ramon Palmer. Watch this finish by Flores.
And Palmer grabbed the rebound, had it in his hand. A rebound after it went to the back of the net. So is he called for a delay of game?
No, I thought Ryan or Rich Grady, and he's an elbow right here. Watch here, right here. Oh, I don't know what that was. Maybe something he said.
Anyway, he'll join his buddy O'Dane Sinclair in the box. Now Sinclair still has to sit out another 20 seconds on the clock. And then he'll have to wait for the next stoppage in play to go back on. Meanwhile, the discussion continues on the other end as we see our ribbon twirlers at midfield. Tenzin and Marcio having a little discussion with Osadpour and Stokic, and Donnie Sosa back there talking with official Rich Grady. .6:18, or rather 8:18, the time of the goal for Nacho Flores, his second of the match. Excuse me, second of the series, first of this match. And it is tied up at 5 apiece. Flores, who had the big goal in game 1 for Kansas City that dramatically turned the momentum when the Wave was up 6-3, he banged one in on a bomb after a defender fell down to make it 6-4, and that started the game-closing 4-goal run for Kansas City to win the game 7-6. Now Flores again with a huge goal to stop the Waves' momentum after Milwaukee had scored the last pair to take the lead.
And I believe this is Kansas City's 3rd yellow card of the game, is it not, Tom? They have one in the first half. And Sinclair's, and now Ramon Palmer's.
Only number 2.
Number 2, huh?
But the point Art was trying to make, if you get your 3rd yellow card, your team then has to serve a 2-minute penalty. All right, we kick it off. Let's see what happens here that caused the yellow card.
So number 5, Ramon Palmer. The call for dissent.
Okay.
Another 5-minute
Well, thought maybe possibly there was some contact with the goalkeeper, but really nothing there. It was just dissent that he was called for. All right. Wave with it. Ruggles with a shot in, deflected away. as we go down the stretch, tied at 5. 6 minutes left to go. Again, Milwaukee has to win this to stay alive in the series, which would result in a 15-minute mini game to determine the series after this one. Grable at midfield, trying to work his way through a couple of defenders, can't do it.
The guy that doesn't get a lot of recognition, Tom, is number 20, Stefan Stokic for Kansas City. He does so much dirty work out there for this team. Doesn't show up necessarily on the score sheet, but his contribution is big time for Kansas City.
He has been a stalwart for them since the Comets came back into existence prior to the 10-11 season. Nice job there by Vandergrift to find Ferdinand in the middle. Now Marcio on the far wing. Marcio with a goal today. It was a big goal, the first for the Wave today. And he continues to improve game by game with his physical conditioning after missing the first 17 games this season due to a leg injury. Less than 5 to go. Lemos with it. Wave trying to see if they can regain the lead in this one and eventually force a game 3. Lemos and Chamali knocking it back and forth. Chamali now with pressure from Stokic and clears it up in the stands. That really, that was the discretion, the better part of valor there, as he did not want to make a turnover there with the net unoccupied defensively.
Once again, the man chasing him down and applying that pressure, number 20.
All right, here's Patterson for KC. Looking to post up as Pino was there. Tried to draw the foul, but good no call there by the officials. Lemos, Vandergrift back for Matos. Wave again showing pretty good ball handling in the back.
As they have all season through that man right there, number 30, Josh Lemos.
Indoor soccer, your goalkeeper has got to be able to work the ball with his feet and not just prevent turnovers, but be able to start the offense as well. Pass up ahead, Vandergrift, high off the glass, nodded away by the Comets. And now here comes KC with Stokic. Ferdinand cuts him off. Stokic goes down, no foul. Good job by Max to shut him off without getting a foul called, although Stokic would disagree with that assessment. He'd disagree about the fact there was no foul called, I'm sure. Vandergrift looking for Hain, Andre. Good job to battle for the possession. Leite gets it. Leite to Chamali, who was unmarked for a moment. 3 minutes to go. KC making sure they are well compact defensively. Shot is wide. Here's Ricardinho, who had the initial go-ahead goal for Milwaukee earlier in this period. Then tied up when Flores scored for KC. Marcio coming in. Shot saved. Rebound. Chamali in the middle trying to keep it alive for Hain. Andre turns. Andre shoots. Solid goal! The big guy converts! And Milwaukee leads at 6-5.
The physicality and effort of that guy, number 99, Andre Hain, has been nothing short of brilliant in the second half of the season. Watch this effort by 99 after some great work by Marcio Leite. Patterson with the initial save, and look at this effort by Hain. That's just strength in the core to get that shot off. It deflected off number 10, Rodriguez, I believe. Watch it take a little deflection right here. Is that Johnny Sosa? Just enough to get it by Patterson. You go, big man.
His first of the series, none bigger. Chamali will get credit for the assist. And Milwaukee grabs the lead at 6-5. They need to hang on for at least 2:44 to force a game 3. Be interesting to see if KC is going to go with extra attacker. But again, when you have a goalkeeper like Patterson, you've almost got a natural 6th attacker out there. to the corner. Harris goes down as Ferdinand tries to come up with it. He does, clears it out. Now Ruggles up for Bennett. Ian sends it up on the near side. And apparently that one deflected into the Wave bench. Kansas City puts it back in. 2:12 to go. Again, Patterson is, like I said, a natural sixth attacker out there, the goalkeeper. You don't really need to sub him if you don't want to. Asadpour got around the sliding Grable, shot in, save Lemos, and he covers up.
Wave has a timeout still.
Now the outlet to Ruggles. Drew trying to run past Sosa. Sosa just able to cut him off. And shaken up a bit, but I think he's okay. Now Ruggles gets it back, chips over Patterson.
It's in.
Shot on goal! What a conversion by Ruggles! And Milwaukee leads it 7-5.
That is a huge goal right there by number 16, Drew Ruggles. Kansas City got caught scrambling around. Patterson got caught off his line, and Ruggles made him pay. Look at Patterson drifting in no man's land, and all he can do is look at that shot over the top of his head, and it just sneaks up there. Postage stamp.
Ruggles.
And O'Dane Sinclair finally back on the field, walking slowly to the Kansas City bench.
Yeah, both he and Ramon Palmer taking themselves out of the lineup here once the game was tied up. But I guess now they'll be more well-rested for the minigame.
If we get there, Tom, if we get there.
Still a ways to go.
Yes, there is.
So they have gone with a sixth attacker now. In front, Lemos!
Oh, and then, yes.
Is that Brian
Perez kicks Rampa while he's going down. And if you're going to pull a card on there, I'm not sure why you keep it just blue. You got to watch this one again.
Tenzin shaken up. You see Perez trying to plead his case.
Yeah,
there.
plead his case, but when we see the replay, you're going to see what Perez did. He waxed Tenzin from behind. And I'm not sure why it's just a blue, but we'll take another look if we can.
See Tenzin getting up. Piers.
Watch this here. After Lemos gains possession. Watch right here. Watch Perez right there. The knee wasn't as bad as I thought.
Little love tap there between the two former mates.
It's a blue. That's the correct call.
So Wave will be on the power play for the remainder of this. As we see our longtime Wave fan and supporter, Ron. Tell you, that guy is ageless. Art, looks like he's barely 60. And he recently celebrated his 82nd birthday, maybe. And fans have really seen a great game here today. Again, another tremendous game between these teams, and of course,
and there's more to come.
Mini game coming up.
Here we go again, Tom. Kansas City, Milwaukee, and we're headed back to a mini game.
We move on to game 3, which is immediately following.
So when the Wave plays the Comets again next year in the playoffs, my recommendation to you fans is make sure to be on hand to see that, whether you're in Milwaukee or Kansas City.
Coming up in just a moment. So if we walk away with this win, game 3 is
Van McNeil confident we're headed for a mini game. There's only 1:25 to go in regulation.
And we're on the power play.
And Wave's on the power play, so it is looking pretty good. But again, should never. We've been around this game too long to make absolute assumptions on what the outcome might be in the last minute and 25 seconds. But I like the Wave's chances here for sure. Now again, we'll have a 15-minute break if there is a game 3 minigame. Each team can submit a new lineup card, if you will.
And you and I can submit an invoice because we get paid per game, right, Tom?
I'm not sure my agent negotiated that deal. Wave right now.
If the fans come back for a mini game and there's dead sound, you'll know
why Tom and I aren't talking.
I know the fans get a 2 for 1, that's for sure. Wave looks like they're going to be content just to kill the time here. Again, playing with a man advantage down the stretch here after the penalty to Brian Perez with 1:25 left to go.
You don't make him defend you here, huh, Tom? Normally I'd say you kill the clock, but you know what? You've got another 15 minutes to play. Why not make their man down defend a little bit?
Well, perhaps. I guess maybe they're just thinking, hey, look, let's get out of this and stay healthy. And so that appears to be it. So the Wave is going to win this one. They will even the series at 1 game apiece. And for the 6th time in Wave history and the 3rd time against the Comets, we will go to a minigame to determine this series.
Time for the fans at home to take a little break.
Get some
throw
food
some
beverage.
popcorn on the grill, popcorn on the stove, maybe some brats on the grill, a couple cold beverages. We got 15 more minutes.
Fans here with $2 hot dogs and sodas. Hopefully the concession stands are still open. So stay with us, fans. We are coming back for more. The deciding mini game of this series. And we'll come back with more. This is Wave Soccer.
Wave fans, how about your Milwaukee Wave, huh? So here's the deal. We advance right now to Game 3. It's a 15-minute mini Game 3. The winner of that game will advance to the Major Arena Soccer League. Is next. Are you ready, Wave fans? More exciting Wave Soccer game.
First things first, I'm a realist. Just let the whole world feel it. And I'm still in the murder business. I can hold you down like I'm giving lessons in physics. Right.
Some good goals in this game. Pretty good. Boy, Ricardini and Marcia, those are good. Boy, I tell you, I just can't believe the difference between last year and this year in our matchups with Kansas City. They were so much better than us last year. How good is Rose? Oh, man, it's just like you said, he's just emerged 10 times in the semifinals. He went from being
Wave fans, make some noise!
Still gonna take a miracle. Looking like plays it in. Headed down. Marcial across. Shot a goal!
Oh my,
Yes!
this is gonna be something else. This is gonna be something else, Tom. I don't know if they can go to instant replay, but I don't know if that ball was in before that horn sounded. It was extremely close, man.
And the shot saved Warburg, and he punches away.
Altman off his line way early, but Blue Odds scores anyway.
Badger Max for those who thirst for a championship. Made with all natural flavors and premium ingredients. Rehydrate, recharge, and boost your performance. Badger Max. Drink it to the max. Find Badger Max at these fine retailers.
Why are you here? Do you have a mission? At Cardinal Stritch University, we'll help you find it. We believe it's our job to help people grow in their mind and heart while preparing them for a career. In fact, our undergraduates earn an average salary of $51,000, which is far more than most colleges and universities in Wisconsin. Find out what Stritch has to offer you. Now's the time to visit our campus for one of our upcoming events. We're here to help. After all, we make it our mission to help you find yours. Visit go.stritch.edu/events today.
Go where the pros go for chiropractic care, massage therapy, and exercise rehabilitation. Goodyear Chiropractic Health Center, the official chiropractor and massage therapist for the Milwaukee Wave.
What others see is not a reflection of who I really am.
Pain from everyday wear and tear? That's not gonna stop me.
That younger me, she's still in there.
With uncompromising orthopedic expertise, we make sure the state of your body matches your state of mind.
Professional Construction Incorporated is a full-service construction company serving residential and commercial clients in the southeastern Wisconsin area. You can depend on Professional Construction Incorporated for new home construction, home remodeling including kitchen and bathrooms, and home additions like garages, basements, window and door installation, and more. From start to finish, Professional Construction Incorporated can assist you and customize any project. Call 262-363-0886 or visit WIPCI.com.
If Pat or somebody else was still coming up to
for him here tonight.
Stuart Grable lays it on two, and Almeida comes in with a shot. Save. Shot on the other side, and Adamson. First Duke, then SMU. And ahead to the left side, and just like that. First Duke, then SMU. And ahead to the left side. And just like that. First Duke, then SMU. And ahead to the left side. And just like that. Clark steps up, lost the touch, pushed off the play, and a bouncing shot. Clark steps up, lost the touch, pushed off the play, and a bouncing shot. Really come through experience a lot of times. Here's Dennison coming in. And it comes. And Tosh, they always look easier from up here, though, don't they? There's a shot and a goal by Matos. Beautiful feed from Max Ferdinand, and the Wave leads it 4-1. They always look easier from up here, though, don't they? There's a shot and a goal by Matos. Beautiful feed from Max Ferdinand, and the Wave leads it 4-1. They always look easier from up here, though, don't they? There's a shot and a goal by Matos. Beautiful feed from Max Ferdinand, and the Wave leads it 4-1. Broadcast now takeaway, walking in, shot and a goal, Ian Bennett! Broadcast now takeaway, walking in, shot and a goal, Ian Bennett! If Pat or somebody else was still coming up to at 36 seconds against the Syracuse Silver Knights as they Renault turns, shoots, just back that one down as he got cut off along the boards. The ball pops out, shot and goal!
In the fourth period, they were up by 2.
Back in 99-2000.
Go take a whirlpool.
There's a great crack. To back, Ricardo. Nelson fires.
Track all that.
Right to left. Quick shot taken by Louis, turning. Rolls one wide left. Rebound, foul. Contreras turning. Campaign. Matos lays it off. Centering for campaign. Matos lays it off. Centering for campaign. Matos lays it off. Centering for Ferdinand lays it off. Wave.com. Nelson got away from the defender. Here he comes, one-on-one against the keeper. Shot and a goal. Nice finish there by Eder Nelson. And Milwaukee. Wave.com. Nelson got away from the defender. Here he comes, one-on-one against the keeper. Shot and a goal. Nice finish there by Eder Nelson. And Milwaukee. Wave.com. Nelson got away from the defender. Here he comes, one-on-one against the keeper. Shot and a goal. Nice finish there by Eder Nelson. And Milwaukee. Vandegrift clears. Ambush sent it right back in. Be around 11 or 12, so. Oh, what a ball.
You know, they've had some really, really good ones.
Burko! And as we start the fourth period.
A veteran player.
Corey Dahl with a sliding out to keep the zone for St. Louis. And
and showing some resolve here in the fourth.
Burko shot knocked down. Good fourth quarter team so far this year. Score time, so Penn State did come back with a touchdown. Oh, look at Ferdinand. Time, so Penn State did come back with a touchdown. Oh, look at Ferdinand. Time, so Penn State did come back with a touchdown. Oh, look at Ferdinand.
Different styles.
Contreras with a
time about the process.
And Corey. Renault will slide it. Bennett looking for number 5. There it is. Renault will slide it. Bennett looking for number 5. There it is. And so we have arrived at Game 3 of this first round MASL playoff series between the Milwaukee Wave and the Kansas City Comets. Tom went along with the not only Wave Hall of Famer, but multiple Hall of Famer Art Kramer joining us here on the broadcast as usual. Wave doing a great job, Art, to come back from a 5-4 deficit to 5-5 game to win 7-5, and now forcing Game 3 in two previous series against the Comets, both here in Milwaukee, back in 2013 and as well as 2015. The Comets have won Game 3 in the minigame. I'm sorry, 13-14, and now this year. So not all hope is lost for KC, but we'll see how this one turns out.
Well, remember, both teams can go with a new roster here in Game 3. I'm looking down at the Wave bench. You see number 15, Eder Nelson, is dressing here for Game 3. He was not in Game 2. I'm looking at the Kansas City bench. The big question for me was, did Leo Gibson make the trip? But we don't see number 14, Leo Gibson, on the Kansas City bench. Both coaches out talking right now with the referee crew of Ryan Sigich and Rich Grady. I thought Ryan and Rich did a really nice job in game number 2 of the series.
Very intense battle, as game 1 was in Kansas City. But now we come to game 3.
And this is 15 minutes of no holds barred, Tom, up and down. And score first if you can.
Scoring first, always big in a 60-minute game, especially in a 15-minute game, even bigger.
And remember, back in one of the series, Brian Harris, right out of the gate, scores in the first shift to put us behind the 8 ball in a series Kansas City eventually went on to win.
Harris has been quite a mini-game machine. He also scored in the minigame at Baltimore in that championship series later on in 2014, which turned out to be the last MISL championship series. Comets over the Blast. That was the Comets' only championship to this point. Chamali trying to clear, and eventually Wave able to get it out of there. Ferdinand to Rampa. Comets take it away, sent in along the boards by Perez and scooped up by Lemos.
Talked about Patterson during a lot of that game. How about Josh Lemos in the second half of game number 2? Outstanding.
Yes, he was when the Wave needed him to be. Milwaukee in the black unis going right to left here in the minigame. It's a 15-minute game, the equivalent of 1 quarter. If we're still tied after that, we go to goal and goal, sudden death overtime. And Marcio Leite going to get called for a foul. The volume is cranked up loud here at the UWMP Arena. Fans who were treated to an outstanding show in game 2, and they get to see extra for the same price here in game 3.
It's important you keep your shifts short here. Players went inside, sat for 15 minutes.
Yeah, you talked about Eder Nelson in the lineup for the Wave. He did play in game 1. I'm not sure we saw Hans Dennison not beyond the first couple of shifts, so perhaps Hans could have been injured early in game 2, but Eder was not on a lineup sheet, so he could not play until this new lineup was turned in for game 3. Pops out of bounds near side. Now this time, I assure you, one of the attendants there is not just going to hand the ball to the Comets. We saw that in game 2 that resulted in a quick restart for Kansas City and a goal. And a drive-in by Robert Palmer is up in the stands.
So there's some young kids down on the right side of the Wave bench. They wear Wave Runner shirts, and listen, no fault of theirs. All they know is get the ball and get it back to the players. The Wave team needed to be smarter in their change, but as you said, that time when the ball went to the bench, they took a nice amount of time to get it back into play.
Yeah, I think there was a little discussion among rest of team administration there, telling them what to do in that situation. Haynes steps in along with Nacho Flores. Andre, I think he may have
got the worst of that.
Yeah.
Hit. He's holding his stomach as he exits the field.
Also holding his shin guard. Boy, I'd hate to see that guy re-injured. He has been such a force as of late, including game 2. Now the Wave, in its 2 most recent mini-game situations, both against Chicago, each of the last 2 seasons, as we take a look again at Haynes and Nacho Flores in that 50-50 ball. Milwaukee has been successful. They've beaten Chicago each of the last 2 years. Those wins over Chicago put them into the series against Kansas City. But as we talked about before, you eliminated a round, in essence, 1 round of the MASL playoffs this year, as Eder Nelson, with fresh legs, takes away, and he's pounded down at midfield by Matingu. And there you get a look at Eder, this speedy 30-year-old Costa Rican.
The Wave lobbying for 2 minutes on this foul, but good luck getting a 2-minute penalty called for you in this game 3. Right there, the right shoulder of Matingu. Regular season, Tom, you probably see a blue card come out. Playoffs, 2 veteran referees, they're going to let him play.
Looks like Eder's okay, and that's good news. Matingo certainly is. He's probably outweighs Eder by about 50, 60 pounds. But no, coming into the shot just off the mark. Rebound follow Grable, but he had that one roll up his foot. Couldn't get a good piece of it. Nelson and Grable still digging it out. And Grable recycle the possession back for Drew Ruggles. Ruggles, one of the heroes of game 2, had a goal, 2 assists, loads up for a bomb. Save made that time by Patterson.
That shot from Ruggles was dipping in front of Patterson. All he could do was kind of swat it away. But Eder Nelson, with some fresh legs, provided an early spark here in the minigame.
Here's Ferdinand. Max with an assist in the first game. Max turns, comes in with a shot that's high. Good turn by Max, got under it a bit. Picked up an assist in the first game. He's got 2 for the series, still looking for his first goal in this series. Daniel Matos ended up with 3 assists in game 2. And still waiting to get the ball back onto the field. There's Giuliano Oliviero. Great job coaching the Wave this year. Definitely a candidate for Coach of the Year. Goran Kadazdov, the coach of the Comets, probably would have to be another consideration. Maybe not quite as high up the list as Oliviero or Denison Cabral from Harrisburg, but certainly Kadazdov's done a good job. Shot by Patterson, just turned away by Lemos. Patterson, 3rd time today with a great crack. Now Bennett. He is 1 on 4 as he slaloms his way across. Boy, great job there by Ian, but unluckily puts it into the stands as he was trying to lay it back.
Would have liked to see Ian take a shot. Patterson was retreating to the goal, and there was some space for Ian around midfield to try to launch over Patterson's head.
Patterson got burned in the opener, if you will, game 2, when Drew Ruggles chipped one back over him, although again, that was a situation where he was pressing up more as a pseudo 6th attacker. That was the goal that provided the
final margin of victory, 7-5 for the Wave.
I'd like to see the Wave force him forward in these situations when he's along the left side boards. Make him go forward on that left side.
Well, there he is on the left side, and he's coming in, and he launches.
And let's go the other way.
Save made Lemos.
There it is.
Bennett.
That's what you want to do. Punish him when he goes down that left side.
All right, goalkeeper distribution coming for Stephen Patterson. And the Wave, Patterson, former Leatherneck from Western Illinois University.
Next question you got to ask, Tom, is how much energy does he expend making all those forward runs?
Yeah, typically, you're not going to see a keeper move up and down the field like he has so far today. But thus far, I would say it's had no effect on his shot-stopping ability. Renault trying to get past O'Dane Sinclair. Grable got a foot in. Eventually, it deflects to Patterson. Lobs one out near side. Vandegrift against Perez.
Uh-oh.
Chad turns and sends it downfield. And a top of the arc restart coming for the Comets.
These are the kind of mistakes you cannot make in playoff games against high quality teams.
Wave has got to try to dig in against the top of the arc restart. KC with all the big guns out right now. Here we go. And it comes near side. And Lemos able to turn it away. Hain volleys it out toward the line. Andre flying upfield along with Ricardinho. Kansas City gets it back. Hasidpour off the inboard. Wave will get it as Grable has it near side.
10 minutes.
Kansas City still keeping the zone. Now Marcio finally has one fall to him. Looking on the far wing, Vandegrift. Chad trying to get by Brian Harris. Cut off down there. Double team by Sosa. Good step up there by Nelson to win it. And bodies flying all over, but they play on. They are going to let him play here. Oh, Marcio didn't see the man behind him, but did a great job to play it forward. Now, Patterson catches a break as that ball pops to him in the box. Boy, I'll tell you, there is nobody holding back here in game 3 of this minigame. It is all on the line. Rodriguez over to Robert Palmer, now across. Patterson. Both keepers have handled the ball very solidly today. And they're going to call a foul against Ruggles. And
that's Ruggles right there. Reacting to the foul call, and now he gets 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it was clearly a foul. It wasn't even that close. So Drew Ruggles will go to the box, 5 minutes. And that is a big loss for the Wave.
Yes, it is, and you've got to know the tendencies of the referee. The same referee, Rich Grady, gave Ramon Palmer 5 minutes for dissent.
So Ruggles at 6:07 will sit out for at least 5 minutes, at very rarely the rest of the game, as that attempt by Sosa off top of his foot into the stands. Goalkeeper distribution for Lemos and the Wave. Again, Ruggles has got to wait for the next break in action. More than likely, it's not going to be for the rest of the contest. There should be some natural break that he can come back on before that. But
about the 4 minute mark, Tom?
Well, it would be at 3:53. But of course, it's probably going to be much longer than that. Renault in the corner. Matos trying to pursue Renault. Centering, time to go! Ian Bennett off the feed from Renault, and the Wave leads it 1-0.
He's had just an unbelievable season finishing this year, and another one. Right place at the right time to redirect that one in, and the Wave strikes first here in the mini game. Look at Bennett, all alone, in front. That's Robert Palmer, number 12, caught ball watching. How do you leave a guy with 52, 53 regular season goals that wide open?
Ian Bennett with his third of the day, his sixth of the series. Robert Renault with the assist as Robert picks up his first assist, second point of the series.
If you're ever a head coach, Tom, and I'm your assistant, I'm going up to you and saying, hey, coach, could you put somebody on 26 and never leave him?
Well, there are three guys in their league you don't ever unmark. That's Frank Te'o, Christian Gutierrez, and Ian Bennett. Those guys are pure goal-scoring superstars.
Oh, this is where you want Patterson
and now
right
Patterson
here.
Down out. Josh Lemos moves it up. Wave trying to see if they get one toward the empty net. Now, Patterson hustling back as Ferdinand got tied up at midfield. Good job by O'Dane Sinclair to tie him up that time. Pass far side. Again, pressure from the Wave. Patterson is able to nudge it forward. Now Flores turns, shoots. That one just off the mark. Good job by Rampa to redirect out of there. But the Comets get it back. Flores back out for Sosa. Asadpour says, hang on, calm down. He goes back door for Asadpour. And a good step up, Andre Hain. Boy, Andre again.
Andre the Giant.
Playing well at both ends of the field. Sinclair gets it back. Sinclair spinning. Marcio trying to help out defensively. Andre sticks a leg in to poke it away. Now they find Flores wide open. And shot, save, Lemos as he came out to challenge. Flores again.
Ricardinho.
Big block there. Comets had the Wave scrambling there for a bit. Milwaukee trying to regroup defensively. And Lemos able to let that one roll to him and pick it up. And now Josh takes a timeout and trying to inspire the crowd here with 6:20 left to go. Huge goal by Ian Bennett on the assist from Robert Renault at 6:41 of this minigame to put Milwaukee on top 1-0. And there's no doubt, Art, no matter how the series turns out, the Wave has certainly established the fact that they are much closer to the Comets level this season. Last year in the playoffs, Kansas City really dispatched to the Wave with not a lot of stress. 10-5, 8-2, I think, were the scores last year. And it was clear they were, definitely at a little bit higher level of the Wave. But some fine-tuning here by the operation, a little bit of personnel change, and we're right back with them here. These are highlights thus far from the minigame. As you saw Eder Nelson take one right in the sternum there. Drew Ruggles with a big attempt there that was turned away. Drew later had to go to the box 5 minutes on a dissent call. And then Renault setting up Ian Bennett, returning shot to give the Wave the lead.
You and I have been around the indoor game for so many years, Tom, and you know the importance of having a psychological edge over another team. And I think the good thing about this Wave team is there's enough new guys where they don't really know that Kansas City has had the number of the Wave for so long. Guys like Ian Bennett, Marcio, they're trying to get over the hump right now, get the monkey off their back. There's enough guys out there that are like, hey, what are you talking about? We weren't part of that. And I think that's a good thing for the Wave. Josh Lemos, who's really led the charge here in the second half of the second game, and now this game as well.
There's Josh, the right-hander, throwing out down to Max Ferdinand. All right, let's see how the rest of this game evolves. Again, if you're the Wave, you want to be careful with your hand on the ball, but you don't want to take your foot off the gas. Still too much time to go. Jamali lays it off. Vandegrift coming in.
Oh, he's getting a shot there.
Trying to go on the far wing for Max, or rather Eder. Couldn't quite find him. Chad a little too unselfish there. But he hustles back to knock it away from Ramon Palmer. Now,
oh no.
Lemos under pressure, and he launches 3 lines. He was really getting some late pressure from Ramon Palmer, and they had to unload it quickly, but they called the foul on Ramon Palmer. What looked like it was going to be a 3-line violation and free kick top of the arc for Kansas City. Turns out to be a foul against... Boy, Palmer didn't really have to do that. He had applied enough pressure to force Lemos into the bad pass, but break for the Wave. Bennett across. Marcio looking in, trying to go to Matos.
Oh my.
Could not convert. Oh, Daniel. Boy, what a look by Marcio. It was right there. Kansas City gets a break there. Again, good movement by the Wave. Matos.
Kansas City goes on to win this series. We're going to look back at that chance by Daniel Matos at the far post. 3 lines.
Well, it looks a lot easier up here than it is down there. I can guarantee you that, fans. 3-line violation, so they'll restart from the line. Again, on a delay of game, it's a restart top of the arc. That's a ball that goes out of bounds on a clearance from the defensive end. Shot by Sosa, deflected off the Wave, corner kick Kansas City. But when it's a 3-line violation, then you restart it from the attacking line.
Watch out for Lucas Rodriguez, the only lefty on the field right now for Kansas City.
He's over the top. And before Sosa can put it in play, Goran Kadastov wants a timeout. They cannot afford to pass up this opportunity. Only goal in this minigame thus far. Ian Bennett at 6:41, his 6th of the series from Robert Renaud. Boy, I'll tell you, what a deal the fans saw today in game 2, but what has been a exciting minigame up to this point. Kansas City trying to beat the Wave for the 5th consecutive year in the playoffs, which has been the opening round for Kansas City all those times. Milwaukee trying to see if they can beat the Comets in the playoffs for the first time since 2012. Again, winner takes on the winner of Harrisburg and Baltimore. No tentative dates yet for next round because don't know about the arena availability out east. So again, game 2 in that series slated for Tuesday night in Harrisburg. It may be pushed back to Wednesday because of impending weather. But Heat lead at 1-0, so they've got to be optimistic going into that series.
Well, it's going to be Johnny Sosa on the ball. They've got Brian Harris that they ran out here, but look for this play to be designed for number 10, Lucas Rodriguez, or the second option would be Harris through the middle of the box.
Patterson, the goalkeeper now, along the far boards. As you see him creeping into the picture, out it comes Rodriguez. He mishit it with some pressure from Chamale. Vandegrift bangs it off the end board. Patterson with it, fires a shot, kick save made by Lemos. Boy, Patterson again with a good crack.
Oh, and they're going to call a penalty. Are you kidding me?
Penalty to Max Ferdinand.
That is a harsh call in overtime.
Goodness. That is going to give a power play to Kansas City. Time of the penalty at 10:28.
You think about the one early in the mini game on Matingo that with the shoulder. Let's watch this one right here. Here's the initial save, and let's see what Ferdinand does. A little push. Oh, my goodness.
Some good embellishment there.
My goodness. And you're talking a playoff game, mini game, and they're going to call that a blue card.
Ferdinand in the penalty box for 2 minutes.
Well, credit Lucas Rodriguez with
Ferdinand definitely did. He definitely put the left hand on him.
It was a foul, no doubt about that. So, here we go for KC on the power play, looking to tie this thing up. Bennett with good pressure out high. Bennett, Vandegrift, Chamali, and Rampa. The penalty killers for the Wave. Sosa, Rodriguez, Ramon Palmer, Perez, and they roll it in from the far side. Shot and a goal. Brian Perez, who had a goal in game 2 after another assist in game 1, and we're back to even at 1 apiece.
Well, we saw the Wave face some adversity in game 2. And they lost their concentration a little bit. Here we go again. 4 minutes now, Tom. All the training sessions, all the film work, all the travel, all comes down to 4 minutes.
I think it might have been Asadpour on the assist. We'll double check that for you. Patterson plays it out. Sinclair had the assist, okay. Here comes Robert Renault coming in. He was 1-on-3, and the Comets able to thwart him there. Look at Herrero Pino. Pino mucking his way forward, and he draws the foul. Well, I'll tell you, once Pino gets rolling, he is a tough guy to stop. Stuart Grable got called for the foul.
Definitely a foul.
Free kick, Kansas City. 3:24 left to go. KC with another time. All right, Drew Ruggles does get to come out of the penalty box, so at least the Wave gets him back after his 5-minute descent.
2 timeouts in the mini game, Tom?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Right down to the wire. And again, if this is tied at the end of 15 minutes, then we go to golden goal overtime. No question, it has been a showcase series for the league, these Central Division playoffs. Sonora, the only team to officially advance to the next round so far, as they trounced Baja 27-10 in the 2 games there, although actually the opener was tied up at 7 in Baja going to the late in the 4th quarter before Sonora won that one 10-7.
I'm an old school guy, Tom. I watch a lot of hockey. I think anytime you're in overtime in the playoffs, 3rd period, it's got to be a legitimate penalty. That's just
shot and a goal off the restart. Asadpour drills it in on the assist from Sosa, and just like that, Kansas City grabs the lead 2-1. Did not take the Comets long to come back in this one. Getting back-to-back goals in a 47-second span. Boy, Asadpour, he made no mistake with that one. Vahid Asadpour Second leading scorer during the regular season, 20 goals, 12 assists for 32 points. He had 2 goals and assists in the opener. That's his first point of the day. So now the Wave needs to try to tie it up. Lemos coming forward as a pseudo 6th attacker. Again, Josh could certainly play in that role if he has to. 3 minutes to go. He'll load up for a shot that's high. Chamale knocked down by Stokic, but they play on. Well, the Wave got the ball back, so they say play on. Would have been a foul on Stokic otherwise. Empty net to the right as we face it. Chipped in, Patterson gets it. Lemos will have time to retreat. Are the Comets going to break the hearts of the Wave again? They're in good position to do so right now. Bennett steps up to take it away. Foul is gone. That was against Gerardo Pino, who has made his presence felt at times here today and in this series. Good-looking young player for the Comets out of UMKC. 2 minutes to go. Wave looks like they're just going to go with Lemos as their extra attacker. Ferdinand turns, trying to get around 2 guys, 3 guys. He got tripped. Foul is called. Well done by Max to draw the foul. Lucas Rodriguez drew the foul. Now let's see if Giuliano Oliviero thinks about calling timeout with a minute 45 to go here in the minigame. Wave needs to get a goal to tie it up and possibly force golden goal overtime. Wave opened up the scoring in the minigame. Ian Bennett at 6:41, his 6th of the series from Robert Renaud, but then back-to-back goals in a span of 47 seconds. Brian Perez, longtime Wave killer. Hard to believe he was here with the Wave in 11-12. Maybe that was the only reason we beat Kansas City in that, in that series. But since he's gone back to the Comets, he has had a huge volume of big goals against Milwaukee. And another big one here today to tie it up in the minigame, and then Asadpour coming right back off the assist from Sosa. Perez's goal was a power play after a rather iffy call against the Waves' Mac Ferdinand. And then Asadpour off the restart from Sosa.
Well, that's the thing, though, Tom. At that point, you didn't feel like Kansas City had much going in that minigame. That's how quickly it could change. But listen, give this team, Kansas City, all the credit in the world. They've shown it year after year after year. They get an opportunity and they make you pay. And they did it again today.
Well, and they've been the come-from-behind masters this season as well. We talked about it during the course of the season, Art. How many times, I want to say 5 or 6, they've been down multiple goals in the 4th period and have come back to win. And
that's concentration in its heart. Guys like Brian Harris.
Matos, shot save. Patterson, boy, Matos getting a good crack there. The extra attacker for Milwaukee is Drew Ruggles. So they do make the switch. Ruggles in as the extra attacker. They take out the goalkeeper, Lemos. Corner kick coming. See if the Wave get another chance. That was a good crack by Matos. Max Ferdinand on the ball.
Nice lane to Bennett here.
He tries to jam it in. It comes to Haynes. Shot a goal! Andre does it again! We're tied at 2.
Actually, it's Daniel Matos that finished that one off, Tom, with the right foot.
How about that? Matos, who had a great chance earlier in this minigame to get a goal at the goal mouth that didn't work. Let's see it again. Well, I don't know why I thought it was hand. Oh, he's standing in the middle. Boy, what a conversion by Matos, a natural left footer, but he bangs that one in. Well done, Daniel.
See if this ball takes a deflection.
Looked
right
like
there,
it
yep,
did.
right off Ryan Harris.
So Matos, who had 3 assists in game 2, gets the goal. His first of the series. And that makes up for that other 99%er that he couldn't quite convert earlier in this game, back to even at 2 apiece. Ferdinand with the assist. Here we go again down the stretch. Daniel Matos has scored some big goals for the Wave this year. I'm not sure any were bigger than that. Lemos back on. Comets didn't use much time on that possession after the kickoff. Renault trying to turn. Cut off by Sosa. Clears it down the middle. Chimali with it. And running up to the flex into the stands that time, Lucas Rodriguez. Just over a minute to go. Is there still a hero in regulation for one of these teams?
Who's going to make the last mistake?
Vandergrift fending off. Well, I thought for sure Chad was going to be the recipient of the foul, but they say no. It looked like he had the position there on Pino, but they called a foul against Vandergrift. 49.8 left to go. Here's Patterson. He's got room again. Looking to tee one up. He does. Turned away by Bennett at the top of the area. Now 30 seconds to go. Kansas City being extremely patient. Patterson drives one up into the stands. And Patterson came up limping a little bit.
He's hobbling.
You know, and somebody from KC just took the ball and threw it on the far side, and Lemos is saying, hey, where's the delay of game? I think Josh was ready to unload downfield, and he's right. All right, clock ticks down to 10. Lemos sends it down. Chimali trying to dig it out, and nobody's going to get a shot off, and we are going to golden goal overtime in the minigame. Tied at 2.
Would you want it any other way, Tom?
No way. No other way. You were right, Art Kramer.
For your 6-time champion, Milwaukee Wave.
So we'll take our 3-minute break and get ready for overtime. And now, indeed, we will have a hero for the ages. Whoever scores the game winner here. Well, credit to Wave again, Art. Could have easily been down and out after KC got the quick 2 goals to take the 2-1 lead late in the minigame. But Daniel Matos with a tremendous conversion on the 6th. With 1:40 left to go. And that's where we are now.
We've been fortunate over the years, Tom. Kansas City Comets, Missouri Comets, wherever they were called in that season, the Baltimore Blast, Milwaukee Wave, the epic battles we've seen with these teams. It's a shame that one of them is going to have to go home.
Take a look at some of the highlights again from regulation minigame. That one there,
right there.
Is going to come back to be haunting. There was only a foul called in Kansas City, which led you to believe that it was really going to have to be something heinous that would result in a penalty.
And listen, Ryan Sigich and Rich Grady are among the best referees in the MASL. You referee a full game and a mini game, it's not going to be perfect. It just isn't. And credit them for the job they've done this afternoon, because it's not an easy job.
Oh, by no means. No, and I think, again, I agree. I think they've done a tremendous job. And, again, they're letting this game is going to be decided by the players. There's not going to be any officiating controversy that ends up determining the outcome of the game. There was Daniel Matos on a ball that would have made it 2-0. But Matos was not done for the night. That was off the power play there that scored after a kind of an iffy boarding call to Max Ferdinand, and then Matos with the huge game-tying goal.
Both teams excellent in their special teams offensively. Got to be very careful.
So we're set to go to overtime.
Wave fans, make some noise!
Take a miracle. Look at plays it in. Headed down. Marcio across. Shot it goal!
Oh my,
Yes!
this is going to be something else. This is going to be something else, Tom. I don't know if they can go to instant replay, but I don't know if that ball was in before that horn sounded. It was extremely close, man.
And the shot save Orberg, and he punches away.
Been off his line way early, but Blue Odd scores anyway.
Badger Max, for those who thirst for a championship. Made with all natural flavors and premium ingredients. Rehydrate, recharge, and boost your performance. Badger Max, drink it to the max. Find Badger Max at these fine retailers.
So we come to overtime of the third and deciding game, a mini game, if you will. This is the 7th mini game in Wave history, Art. Third time, that make that fourth time we have gone to overtime.
Missouri's going to have the first crack at it here as they got the kickoff.
Comets working it left to right. Actually, fourth time prior to this year, fifth time in overtime. Wave is 2-2. 0-1. 0-2 against KC. 2-0 against Chicago. And then if you go farther back behind there, 0-1 against Baltimore, 0-1 against Detroit. But we have the momentum the last two. Here's Max coming in, lays it off. Far side, just a bit past Drew Ruggles. Now that was looking promising for the Wave.
Ruggles, a lefty, was on that right side. Max wrong-footed at him.
There's Ruggles with it right now. Drew had an outstanding game 2 for Milwaukee. Had a pretty good series. Didn't play much in game 3 because he spent about 7 minutes in the penalty box after getting that descent call. Lemos under pressure as the Wave changes at midfield. Uh-oh. Just got to get rid of it there. Bennett coming up, and he's fouled by Sosa. Johnny Sosa complaining, but didn't seem like much of a controversial call there. Yeah. Anyway, Ian paid the greater price physically, but looks like he's okay.
Ramos, ice water in his veins, in possession of the ball.
Played 10-minute overtime periods if nobody scores. So not like the old days of 15. Only 10 on the clock. Vandegrift puts it down.
Somehow I don't think this is going the full 10, Tom.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. Grable, hip checked away by Pino, and the foul is called. Boy, I'll tell you, Herrero is a load, Art, once he gets going. Kid is fast and strong and big lower body. He could definitely be a force to be dealt with in the future. Eder Nelson off the end bar. Chamale tracks it down. Vandegrift now will move it to Marcio. Marcio has been a postseason hero before. Him and Ian Bennett.
There it is!
There it is! Marcio! And the Wave wins it 3-2! Yeah, baby!
Number 77, Marcio Leite. Can't stop him to the right. And that man right there, you got to wonder if all the runs he made forward took too much out of him, because he's not able to get back. Ball comes off the back wall, back off his head, and into the back of the net. Look at that quick step to the right, and Marcio. And there you see Patterson a little slow to get over on the shot. And the Waves advancing into the next round. One more look here from behind Patterson. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
2:26 of the overtime. Marcio Leite, his second of the series. Vandegrift will get the assist, but it was all Marcio.
All game long, Tom, with Patterson coming forward, you're wondering, is a shot going to come off his foot and go in the back of the Wave net? And it turns out the shot comes off the back wall, off of Patterson into his own net.
A very happy Mike Zimmerman, president of the Milwaukee Wave, and the rest of the fans here at the UW Milwaukee Panther Arena. Boy, what a show put on by these teams today.
Marcio and Ian Bennett, they've been through all 5 of those series against the Missouri/Kansas City Comets. Huge relief.
So the Wave breaks a 4-year playoff losing streak against the Comets with the victory today. They had to do it the hard way, coming from an 0-1 deficit to win game 2 and then win the mini game in overtime 3-2. And boy, I'll tell you, all credit to the Comets as well, Art, and I think you made a good point by saying it's a shame that one team was going to be eliminated after the series, because either of these teams are both capable of possibly winning the league championship. Marcio Leite is our PCI hardest working player of the game. I think that's definitely a valid award for Marcio. Really, it was his goal late in the first period that got the momentum change for Milwaukee after Kansas City jumped out to a 2-0 lead. That got things turned around then, and of course the game winner in overtime. As we said before, Marcio's been a hero in the postseason for the Wave. He certainly was again today.
And we saw him do it against the Baltimore Blast when the Wave won the championship. What was that, 2010, Tom?
That was 2011.
2011, 2 3-point goals to really break open a 4-4 game. That was the year that Marcel Feenstra won the MVP, but some would have questioned whether Leite deserved it in that one.
Yeah. Another hero from today, Ricardinho. He and Robert Renaud hugging each other. There's Rafael Diaz, the Waves' backup keeper, also celebrating. But boy, what a battle today. Just another great postseason matchup for the ages in Milwaukee Wave history. And the Wave comes out on top on the dramatic overtime winning goal by Marcio Leite. Marcio in his 11th season with the Wave. Remember, he missed 2 complete seasons due to injury. And you know, Art, he missed the first 17 this year, and really nobody knew if he was going to get back on the field this year, but he certainly did, and he certainly came up big for the Wave today.
Just a tremendous offensive player, and the questions are always, can he get back defensively? Like, both sides of the ball was very good today for 77.
Okay, let's send it down to Van McNeil with Marcio Leite.
National Construction Incorporated, hardest working player of the game. He scored the game-winning goal. Give it up for number 77, Marcio Leite! It has got to be an unbelievable feeling. We've lost to these guys the past 4 years. You had your own issues with injuries, and you came back late in the season. How does this feel, Marcio?
This feels great. When I got hurt, the doctor wasn't even sure I was going to play this season. I really had to work really hard to try to get back, and honestly, that's great because it was such hard work. I had to get through a lot of things psychologically and not be in my best shape, but I was just trying to help the team, and thank God I was able to do that.
To come in and score the game-winning goal the way you did to advance us to the conference finals. Oh, we're just to the ice bath. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. He's sending us to the conference finals. The game-winning goal, number 77, Marcio Leite. Congrats, Marcio. So, here is the deal, Wave fans. Your Milwaukee Wave advances to the Major Arena Soccer League Conference Finals. We are looking at a tentative date of Saturday, March 18th. Tickets on sale. Tickets are available. It's either Saturday, March 18th, or Tuesday, the 21st. Stay tuned to MilwaukeeWave.com where you can buy your tickets right now. Conference final playoff tickets on sale right now or in the concourse just outside of section 208 over by the fan assistance area. Or you can call the Wave office right now at 414-224-WAVE to purchase your conference final tickets. $5 off your tickets right now at 414-224-WAVE. Season ticket holders, you get a $10 discount. $10 any seats for season ticket holders. $5 off as well. MilwaukeeWave.com or call 414-224-WAVE. For Art Kramer, Tom Wynn, under the direction of Charlie Wise, Larry Gallitz, Mike Jakubowski, and for Doreen Michaels, my name is Van McNeil. How about some love for your Milwaukee Wave fans? Unbelievable. Stay tuned to MilwaukeeWave.com. We'll see you in the conference finals. Good night, everybody. The autograph session is next.
And so that will do it today from the UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena. You see the game-winning goal once again, Marcio Leite, overtime in the minigame, as it provides the margin of victory in Milwaukee's 3-2 conquest, and they win the series 2-1. And so, as you heard Van McNeil say, tentative dates for the next round, home game dates, would be either Saturday, March 18th, or Tuesday, the 21st. Obviously, Art, we're hoping for Saturday the 18th if it works out, but again, we have to see who it's going to be, Harrisburg or Baltimore, that we end up facing in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Just glad we got another game to call.
Absolutely, buddy. When you get to the age that Art and I are, it's always game by game.
Been a fun season. It really has been fun watching this team grow, from Giuliano and the coaching staff all the way through these young players.
So that will do it for today. Again, call the Wave office for further information, 414-224-WAVE. You can also order online at MilwaukeeWave.com, your source for everything Wave. For Art Kramer and the rest of the UW-Milwaukee Panther production crew, Tom Wynn wishing you a good one. Again, our final score today, Wave 3, Comets 2. You've been watching Wave Soccer.